Welcome to the Isle of Cascara. My name's Anthogator. We have Strife, Uprisen, Cryptic Silhouette, Sunamods, Rolex KT, and Mad Shad here. Mad Shad's going to join us in a little bit. Rolex is audio only for the moment, but we're going to get things figured out. I'm going to go ahead and get us started off. All of our characters here have had a brief introductory session 0 to meet some of the world and the campaign. So as you watch the players go through and kind of already know a little bit about some of the NPCs and things, that's why. But they each will know a slightly different piece of the puzzle. Some of them are coming from different places. And we're all getting started here in the tropical ocean at the town of Zira on the Isle of Cascara. The sun hangs low on the horizon, threatening the onset of dusk any minute. The salty air is filled with the calls of colorful birds, interrupted only by the constant roar of the sea lapping against the shore and by the braying of the gargantuan reptilian beasts that reside in the towering jungle of the 70-mile island. For some of you, these exotic sights and sounds have become pedestrian, commonplace, and the more wondrous sight is the galleon entering your tiny ramshackle port town. The more wondrous sound the creaking of the vast four-masted ship and the flapping of its sails. For others of you, the exotic sights and sounds of the Isle of Cascara and its disreputable port are a wonder. For the crew and passengers of the galleon the Merry Marrow, land of any kind is an excitement of its own. But this isle in particular has been the ship's destination after a month-and-a-half-long journey, and a burgeoning excitement spreads amongst the sailors as talk of treasure, plunder, bounty, and spoils rises across the ship. For the town of Zira and its residents, a ship of any kind, especially one so large as this, is a miracle. Contact with the outside world is limited. Few sailors attempt to sail the isle's local waters, and even fewer are successful, as indicated by the innumerable wrecks along Cascara's coasts. Both the sailors and the townsfolk, for their own reasons, are anxious, enthusiastic for this meeting of two worlds, yet neither is aware that this is, in fact, a meeting of three worlds. The galleon, the Merry Marrow, slows her approach as she reaches the shallows outside of town. The first mate, a dragonborn by the name of Saltbreath, with blue scales, calls out an order to "Drop the anchor!" A sailor immediately rushes to follow the command. The splash of the anchor hitting the water is a sound of relief for any of the crew who still felt anxious about sailing through the reefs, but the sound of the splash continues. Many of the crew rush to the galleon's port side to witness the cause of the continued splash. The townsfolk, gathering in huddles along the shore to watch the ship come to port, begin murmuring in horror as they bear witness to the waters between the ship and the port rise and rise and rise. The murmurs turn to shouts and screams. 100 feet from the beach, 100 feet from the ship, a monstrous creature rises from the suddenly murky waters. I didn't have my stuff prepared there. There we go.
Does anybody else's Roll20 say you've been disconnected and can't do and shouldn't
You
do anything?
you gotta refresh, and it'll take a minute to boot back up.
Nearly.
Oh, thank God, it's not Cthulhu.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just having Roll20 is just having issues as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nearly 100 feet wide itself, and almost as tall, the gargantuan creature looks to be made of rock and the reef itself. Coral branches rise from its back like immobile fur as it spreads 4 jagged crab-like legs. It shudders, shaking silt, sand, seawater, and broken bits of rock and coral cascading into the sea beneath it. A frenzy of action erupts amongst the sailors and the townsfolk alike as weapons are grabbed, shelter is sought, and orders are given and taken. Suddenly, a wide panel slides open in the side of the mid-deck of the Merry Marrow, and a 3-board-thick platform is rolled out from the galleon, extending horizontally from its hull. A single cannon sits aboard the platform, a dark-feathered Aarakocra with an owl-like head standing behind it. He takes a swig from a bottle, flings the bottle into the sea beneath him, and aims the cannon directly at the monstrous reef creature. Boom! A boulder-like piece of the behemoth, the size of a small house, erupts off of its top, flies over half the town, and lands with a thunderous crash, miraculously missing any standing structures or citizens. Pardon-moi! The Aarakocra adjusts the cannon ever so slightly lower, loads another cannonball, and fires again. Boom! This time, a direct hit. The reef monstrosity loses all structural integrity and shatters, showering thousands of bits of coral, rock, and oddly bone across the coastline and into the town. For a moment, everything is still as the sailors and townsfolk alike hold their breaths. The waves begin to return to their normal ebb and flow. A sigh of release escapes. The sea bubbles. The bits of rock and reef stir. Tanuki and Tom, you stand aboard the deck of the Mary Marrow. You've witnessed the whole scene. Captain Jaconda Lori, an intimidating and beautiful half-orc woman, stands silent, near you, hands on her pistols, scanning the scene. Orders to the crew are shouted from the aft of the ship as Saltbreath commands the crew. The cabin boy, Thulman, a scrawny teenager with pale green eyes and paler skin, stares transfixed at the rising monsters in the sea. Thunk, 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 thunk! Chunks of reef launched skyward now land on the deck of the ship. Sailors rush by and overhead, already busy with commands from Saltbreath to turn the ship back away from port. The chunks of reef stir by your feet and rise, mixed with fish bones and remnants of sea creatures, forming humanoid shapes.
1 second.
Mhm.
Sorry to interrupt. Rolex, I don't think is here.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just sent me a Snapchat saying his internet is showing that his internet was offline.
Oh no. Okay.
Awesome.
Well. Who's that? Is it Rolex just joined in to the call?
Is there
Yep,
a
I
user
think that's
list
Rolex.
in here so we can see who's in the call?
Well, there's 6 people now, so I'm pretty. The last one's got to be Rolex. He just joined without his
It's
camera.
me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. The Zora Magdaros is spies enough to make me leave too.
Fucking Zora Magdaros.
Ready the Dragon Piercer.
Rolex, if you'd like, I can repeat some of this for you, or I can send you the full things. You can read it. Oh, is he gone already again? Oh.
Just send me it later.
Okay.
Oh, that's its health bar.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that earlier too.
I was like, what's that green thing above? Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, Rolex, I've sent it to you. Okay. Zoker. You stand at the beach beside Emmy, your young adoptive sister. You've witnessed the whole ordeal. Townsfolk around you flee back to your homes, but to your right, the Betis wives unholster their firearms and take aim at the moving shapes within the sea. Just in front of you, Emmy stands unmoving, ankle-deep in the tide. To your left, Taylor, the young beauty of the market, pulls a hidden blade from her blouse and moves to guard the backs of the fleeing townsfolk from the rising reef creatures that just crashed into the sand surrounding you. Raylia, your brief awakening from the sounds of the arrival of the ship brought only dread from your last encounter, so you attempted to return to slumber, only to be awoken again by a gentle knock at your door. Raylia, you don't look so good, eh? I figured you looked like you could use a nicer meal, don't you know? But as you answer the door to say what you would like to the man, Zhang, the rice farmer of the town, The boom of the first cannon shot echoes across the town, and the crash of the first piece of the gargantuan reef creature lands just outside your home. As you and Zhang turn to look, jagged humanoid shapes rise, formed of rock, coral, and fishbone. Siamazu, with only trusted Striapas by your side, you followed the dark shape along the surface, the galleon, to land, only to realize that the scent of tainted blood came from ahead of the ship. From beneath the waves, you catch only glimpses of what happens to the monstrous reef creature, but you feel the booms of the cannon and the ensuing thunderous cascade of the showering reef across the ocean surface. Before you can begin to act, 3 large chunks sploosh into the waters just in front of you, immediately taking the now familiar humanoid shape of the reef zombies. I will need you all to roll initiative. Welcome to Cascara.
Alright.
Nat 20.
Nice.
3.
Oh, cool. It shows what you guys rolled into camp. Oh, that's actually kind of neat. Wow. Cool.
One better than me. You know, just the rogue and all.
Oh, Antho,
Uh-huh.
do you want me to start using Beyond 20 to roll? I hadn't even thought about it. I was just rolling because that's what I'm comfortable with at this point.
Either way,
Did you want me to?
if you want to roll regular, that's totally fine.
Okay, I'll roll for it.
Also, Antho, Vegna in my chat says you should read creepypastas and make videos. He's got the voice for it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind.
I don't know.
And you guys will have to just give me a moment as I go through the creatures near each one of you and reveal them to you.
Oh, shit.
Hmm.
Just so you know, I do not have control of Striapas.
Ah.
Oh, fuck.
You don't?
No.
That's weird.
Maybe because I changed my name?
Oh, I see why.
Oh, yeah, I... roll for
Okay.
him, too.
You should now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
Add
then
initiative.
lastly...
Hmm.
Okay. I think they are all revealed for you. Oh, except for... Hold on. You guys will want to see this part too. I'm just gonna wait for the first of you to actually see this and notice it.
Oh my god.
Oh. No, you can remove that layer. It's fine.
Yeah, you can just get rid of that. No, we don't need to see that.
Alright,
Fuck,
so
go back.
I don't have an initiative for Tom.
Should. Oh, I didn't have my character clicked. Alright, hold on. I can.
Yeah, just click on it.
And I didn't type my name.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
So I have a... Where the fuck is my token?
Well, that's odd. That's honestly hilarious. All the creatures are going on initiative 0.
Am I in the list there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think.
I see.
You're
right there.
Aurelia.
I see
Yeah, you're
Aurelia.
in the middle. You're right in the middle.
Mhm.
Aurelia.
Okay.
Oh, good. Even my shark got higher.
All right. So I'm gonna have Aurelia go before Sans and PCs before NPCs always. And there are no other ties. Okay. So Tanuki is first. Now I'm not sure if you can load into Roll20. And if not, that's okay. I can describe it to you. There currently are 2. Oh, and you know what I need to do? Is share the picture of what these guys look like with each of you.
Okay.
As soon as I
They're horrifying.
find where that is.
Like, they're awesome too. They fucking sick.
There it is.
They're fucking cool.
Did it not pop up for
Oh.
everybody?
Oh,
No.
yeah. I'm looking it on Strife stream, but it didn't pop up for me.
Yeah, I didn't see anything just appear on its own.
Check
But I-
your player handouts. It might be there.
It's the show to players button is not working.
What is a player handout?
It's in the journal.
Sounds like Rule 20.
All right, I'll just add it to each of your journals here. Actually, it's all players. Save changes.
There we go.
Reef
Ooh.
zombie.
Okay, so did
You
that
big
actually?
mean boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So there we go. That's what these players are seeing right now. Now, yeah. Now, Rolex, if you can hear us, Tanuki is surrounded on his left and his right side by a reef zombie. And if you can't hear us, we can move on and come back to that because they won't go for a significant amount of time.
Can I be heard?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally. I guess I'm gonna wet this one between Tholman and me.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh,
Oh, is that a natural 1?
Looks like it.
yeah.
Ouch. Okay. Well,
Rolex. Look, it's not gonna stay. It's gonna get better. I promise. Not gonna stay like this.
so a natural 1 to start the campaign. Oof. That's okay. That's ominous. If I've ever heard of things. Good luck, guys.
Nah, it's fine. Just
not for.
Start the campaign. His initiative roll was 20 something, right?
That's true. That's true. You guys.
technically, this is at the start of the campaign.
So this is like 3 weeks in a row. Rolex is only rolling crits. One way or the other.
Yeah, actually, Rolex rolled a natural 20 for initiative and then a 1 for his attack. That's that. Wow. Okay. But all right. So you swing your quarterstaff at this thing, and you just literally completely whiff. You break off a piece of the railing of the ship, but You're still standing. The thing is still next to you. You still have a hold of your weapon. Is there anything else you'd like to do? All right. Looks like that's going to be a second attack, and an 11 will hit. So that's going to be 6 damage as you whack this thing upside the strange fish skull that it seems to have. You don't down the creature, but you definitely break off chunks of bone and this petrified starfish that had attached to the jaw of this large fish jaw. And we'll move on to Raylia. Unless you wanted to move anywhere, Tanuki, I'm sorry.
That's my turn.
Okay. Raylia.
So I'm standing next to, who is this now?
So that is Zhang. He is the rice farmer in town. If you look at the central bottom area of the map, you'll see his farm. That's where he lives. So you seem to have a view of you walking back into town and came to your door. He's got an arm. Well, he had an armful of groceries, of sundries.
Yeah.
It's now on the ground.
I can't
Yeah,
find you.
so-
No way you are.
So as I open the door to, oh, that's really nice of you. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Holy, what the fuck?
On the pier? No, he's not on the pier.
What is with today? Run out my door. Careful, get behind me! And I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a copy of Firebolt.
Can I get a ping?
I don't know if the pings are gonna help you. We're way over on the right kind of bottom middle-ish area. If you see the big crater with the colorful rock in it, we're right by
I
that.
found you.
Ah, gotcha.
So
Okay.
we could probably use latitude and longitude on your maps, and it'll probably work better.
Yeah.
The equator of the town.
Oh, it's actually Frostbolt now. Nice. It actually changed.
Good.
my
It
mind.
updated. Yeah, 12 hours later.
Yeah. Okay, so that here. Let me go ahead and 24 to hit.
24 to hit. And which one are you launching this at? Okay,
The one first up here.
perfect. Yeah, a
For
24 hits.
1 damage.
You threw
One
an ice cube at him.
damage.
You took a ice cube out of your tea and just threw it out.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I love it. 1 damage.
Oh.
I'm zoomed out far enough. I can't
yeah.
even see the bar go down.
So, and I'm gonna curse him.
Okay.
Fuck you.
All right. Would you like to describe the casting of your spell and the curse effect if there's any visual?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna describe my character just yet because no one's around
Right.
me near enough to get a look at it. But the spell, you guys, from the distance across the bay, you guys see a streak of blue light flash. It's a little thin on this one. It's not a very strong bolt, but but the aim is perfect as I strike the guy right square in his bony coral carapace. And it streaks through the air, and a aura of cold surrounds him as I do a little hand signal and curse him.
Nice. I like it. All right. Did you have anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. So,
1 damage.
It's a nat 1 and a 1 damage so far. We're doing well.
It's beautiful. I love it. So Zhang is going to grab his walking stick and stand in front of you a little bit, and he he normally uses this stick. You've seen him kind of walking around. He actually, you know that Zhang here cares for a very large family of monkeys that he's actually trained to help him do menial tasks around his rice farm. And he pretty frequently has a monkey sitting on top of his staff as he walks around town. When he walks around town, he actually doesn't visit the town very often. But for the moment, he shoos his monkeys away, giving them some kind of guttural command that doesn't really make sense to you, but the monkeys seem to understand perfectly as they scatter. And he wields his walking staff in front of him, seeming like he is waiting for the arrival of one of these creatures.
Okay.
And
The monkey whisperer.
so now we are over.
He's always waiting to return.
We're over at Taylor. Now this is a case where so here and on the ship, I didn't want to bog down our time with putting out all the tokens of different townsfolk and the other crew members, and just worry about them running around, doing their own things, escaping back to their houses and stuff. I'm not going to bother with that. This beach was about as crowded as it has ever been, and it has been pretty vacated at this point by everybody except for Zoker, Emmy, and Taylor. Taylor, holding that blade that she had pulled from her blouse, slowly approaches the creature here, and at the last second, right before she's kind of in reach of it, she lunges forward and lashes out with her blade. And gets a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
And so, to clarify natural 20s in this campaign, I'm going to be kind of mentioning all of our homebrew rules as they come up. There aren't a ton of them, but we are doing a max roll plus a roll for damage. So in this case, she is rolling a d6 plus some stuff. So she's getting her d6 maxed. So 6 plus her normal roll, or plus her normal damage, plus a d6 roll. If that makes sense to everybody. Which I think it makes sense to all of you guys here, because we've been running that for a little while anyway. And I just need to pull up her full stats here. I knew I was forgetting something. I didn't pull up all the NPC stats. Okay. So that is 9 damage with her crit. And the creature is not quite killed, but she sinks the blade deep into a crevice between some of these coral, and as she rips it out, a large shelf of its body crumples off of its mass, and it is left looking almost hollowed out, but still standing. And now at the same time, we've got Thulman up on the deck, who is completely horrified, motionless, scared, witless of what is happening around him. And he turns slowly to his right, and those of you near him, Talman, Tanuki, can see that he locks eyes with that reef zombie just to the south, the southwest of him. And the creature seems to put its attention on him, and he is doing absolutely nothing about it. At the same moment, well, no, we'll finish off. I'm going to put all the NPCs at the end. That'll work best. Tom, it's your turn.
Okay. So, I do want to be listening to see if they are making any kind of normal cries in their language. Sort of what I did like in session 0.
Mhm.
And I would like to do the same thing that I did before, because I can see that Thulman is not really going to do well in this kind of situation, and would like to draw as much attention away from him as I can. So I would like to recreate their noise with a bit of distress to try and catch all of their attention and bring them towards myself and away from Thulman.
Okay.
And I would then also like to just to communicate with Thulman a little bit. As a mimicry, I believe the only real time I would have heard Thulman's voice being, or Thulman's name being mentioned, because I don't know. Am I supposed to talk about backstories and stuff?
As it comes up, absolutely. It you can be as vague with it as you want to keep it hidden from the other players if you'd like, or you can be open about it.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. I don't think anybody on the ships ever really took Thulman seriously, so anytime I would have heard somebody say his name, it's either a laugh, like laughing at him, or something or other. And chances are I've heard somebody shout "run" at some point, probably somebody on the ship right now, so I'd be like, we're gonna start practicing this stuff, but Thulman, run! And that'd be like my little communication for him.
I love it.
I now know what soonest thing is.
Yes, see what I meant? Like, how
I got it.
being
I got
an
it.
actual bird would have been easier for me.
Yep. I love
You're
it.
a fucking parrot.
Pretty much, yeah. So I'm gonna move one step down, so I'm directly behind the one that Tanuki was attacking, which should give me the flanking bonus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And I will use my first unarmed strike.
Okay.
There's that one. With a +2 because of
Boy.
flanking, I still don't think helps at all.
Did you also roll a natural 1?
Yeah.
What? Oh, guys. Okay.
The flank, it's a 9.
Well, it's a natural 1. A natural 1 on an attack roll always misses.
Okay.
Just like a natural 20 will always hit. So, okay. So, this bitch 100% has the monks nerfed. Rolex. Alright, so, you step forward, and some of the splintered wood from where Tanuki had broken the railing with his quarterstaff catches on the bottom of your foot, and you step onto a splinter. And it hurts like a bitch, and your whole momentum of your swing is completely lost as you turn it into grabbing your foot, making the sound of someone that had been hurt before. You do still have your bonus action and your movement.
Yes, so I've got my bonus action, which is another unarmed strike, which I will throw at his direction.
Okay, that will hit.
It just turned out much better.
And so that's going to be 5 bludgeoning damage. Okay. All right. So, you hit this thing. Oops. I'm all typing in on the wrong keyboard. There we go. You hit this thing from behind. It doesn't seem to have paid you any attention. By the way, the parroting of the noises that you had made before seem to not influence these creatures at all. They don't seem to be mindful enough to acknowledge similar sounds.
Okay.
And in a similar vein, you hit this thing from behind, right where its neck vertebrae should be, and on any living creature, you would have paralyzed it if not killed it immediately. But it turns around, seemingly almost unfazed, and is still standing.
Okay.
All right. We now have Stryapas out in the middle of the water here.
Okay. I'm gonna look at these guys. Uh-oh, fix that later. Um.
Can you put your
Okay,
name in the
well,
turn order too? Because we don't. I don't see your name on the turn order. I see your picture, but not your name.
My name? Yeah, that would be DM to do that.
Getting it right now.
Oh, okay.
Should be on there now, yeah?
Yep. There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Are there any
Sooners is
others
still
missing? Sooners is still missing? Okay. Let me fix that right now.
Because I'm in the water, my movement's
Whoever
gonna-
rolled 3 and 0, I don't
Or
see
two.
either. I don't know if they're NPCs or not.
They are.
Yeah.
No,
Three's
actually
me.
the 3 is uprising. Let me fix that.
It took me a while to get used to your new character names and stuff. Know who everybody is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so those all should be on there and fixed now.
Okay.
Except for NPCs.
I am like, let's see. Get this out. Assuming they can only move about 30 feet, they'd stop right there. The close one would stop right there. So I want to just move up a little bit and have Striapus go around, start going around this way.
Okay. So remember, you only have these basic simple commands for him. So if you want to have him heal for now or attack,
Yeah, that's right.
right?
He'll heal for now.
He'll heal for now. Okay. So he will follow you, and then yeah, you can go ahead and move, and he'll hug right there. Yep, that's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, for now that's my turn.
Okay. So you've just moved. Do you have any readied actions of any kind, or was that
Yeah, I forgot
was
to
that a
do that.
dash?
Actually, I'll move a bit further then, because I have ready actions. I forgot I could do that. I will ready an attack action.
Okay. Cool.
For when they get in melee range. And can I do the same thing for Striapus?
No.
Or no, I can't just say attack and then when they get close, they attacks.
Right. If you order him to attack,
Okay.
he'll rush out and attack.
He'll just rush up. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you had a full animal companion ability and stuff, you would be able to control it
Yeah.
more distinctly.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We're now at Zoker.
Okay. I'm going to come and walk behind Emmy to the reef zombie on her right.
Okay.
And as I'm passing behind her, I'm going to tell her, Emmy, run home now! And then I'm going to run up and stab the reef zombie.
Okay. Ooh, with an 18. That definitely hits.
Yep, for 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. So you sink your blade right into where its gut should be, and as you rip it out, a gush of seawater just floods out from a cavity inside this coral shelf that you just opened up. And it turns and its attention is fully focused on you now.
Right. That's all.
Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to, since I'm on that screen right now, I'm going to go ahead and do the reef zombies around Zoker, as well as, actually, Emmy should go first. So Emmy, in order to convince Emmy to run away, actually, you told her to run away. Please make a persuasion or intimidation check, your choice.
Intimidation.
Intimidation, that's right. 19. Excellent. Okay. So, Emmy, listening very quickly to your commands, begins running down the beach towards home. And for all intents and purposes, for the moment at least, she appears to be safe. And so now we'll go ahead and have these ones. So the one standing next to you, Zucker, is going to attempt to bite at you with a skull that seems to be an amalgamation of some petrified sea anemones, a half of a starfish, and the jaw of some kind of fish creature, and it attempts to bite you with a 14 to hit.
Yes.
That hits. Ouch. Okay. So that is going to be 2 piercing damage. Not too bad.
I don't see Zokor's health above his head, if that matters or not either.
I can fix that right now. What's your max HP? Zucker?
8.
8. Okay. And so now you can see the bar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There is another one nearby, and I'm going to roll on which one it's going to attack. I'm going to give it 1 through 5 on a D8. It will go after you because you are slightly closer. 6 through 8, it will go after Taylor. And that's a 2. So it is going to go after you. Let's see, that is 5, 10, 15. Yep, so 20 feet. And it does not seem impeded by the tide, the waves coming in at all. And it seems to just barely have enough movement to reach you there. In fact, it actually has to be in this tile to reach you. Which means it will not get a flank on you. And it is also going to... this one's actually reaching out with claws that seem to be made of bits of coral and other sharp, jagged rocks. But that only hits a 5, so that'll miss. The one attacking Taylor misses. We're going to come up to the Merry Marrow now. And we're going to start off with the ones surrounding Tanuki. First, the one to Tanuki's right. So this is attacking Tanuki. And that is an 11 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Excellent. So Tanuki, despite his attentions being focused on the one he just hit, dodges, kind of ducks underneath a blow from the one behind him. Actually, he is flanking. Flanking provides +2. So that is a 13 to hit, but I think that still doesn't hit. Yeah. Okay. The other one... Monk shit. The other one, which is on death's door, seemingly. I'm going to roll randomly. You both hit it last turn. 1 to 2 is on Tanuki, 3 to 4 is on Tom, and that is a 4. So that's going to attack Tom here. And that's going to be a grand total of 6 to hit you.
Nope.
Okay. And I just realized I did not move the stream camera. I have to move both roll 20s. That'll be a lot simpler once the maps are a little smaller. And the reef zombie here that had kind of locked eyes with Thulman is going to run straight after him. And that's a 16 to hit. That hits. For 2 damage. Got lucky. So this one just kind of runs forward, and it doesn't really have any... It has just these kind of club-like appendages. One side made out of this... like half of some kind of skull merged into a very thick coral. The other side mostly just jagged rock. And it runs up and it just... boom! Right in Thulman's sternum. Just socks him with this jagged punch. Now, there are other sailors on the ship up here. And so those other 2 that are on the deck here are essentially the other two that I have put up here that are not being contacted by the sailors that I'm just going to describe here in just a moment. So the one here is going to run underneath the sails, and that is 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to get there, and so it's just going to dash to the first spot it can. It does not get an attack on you. The other one is going to dash straight over to Salt Breath, and will not get an attack on him either. We're now going to head over to the middle of the ocean, where we have the shark battle. And that first one is going to close the distance. They seem to be perfectly capable of swimming as they are of walking.
Okay. Once he's in range, I'm just going to punch him as hard as I can.
He is in range.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. See if you can also start off with a natural one. All of the unarmed strikes will be nat ones.
Or 1 damage.
Oh!
Oh!
Ha-ha!
The opposite.
Breaking the curse.
Nat 20. Beautiful. Alright, what's the damage on that?
Alright. Well, 3 for 1.
How come you have to roll a second time to get your damage? What's the difference?
The second roll would actually used the wrong unarmed strike. Hold on, I meant. Oh well, it's the same roll, so I'll just do this. This would be the first damage roll. This would be the second damage roll, and the first would be 8, 9, 10. So 14 total.
14. Okay. So this one swims up to you. How do you wreck this thing in one blow?
When it's swimming up to me, I swim up to it as well, and then just kind of spin in the water and smack it with my tail, the flattest part of my tail, just to get as much body contact as possible.
I like it.
Did you just spin tail him?
I did.
Yeah, in the water. So you time things perfectly. Your tail swipes it with a perfect collision, and you scatter the bits of bone and coral and everything just into.
No, I won't say that. No one can see it, so I won't put that flavor there.
Okay. Oh, right. Yes, I know what flavor you're talking about. I can't believe it's been a
Actually,
session
I
0 and a
might-
session 1.
I know.
And you already had
Every
that.
time. I actually might just do it anyway because I don't know when's the next time I'm going to get another one.
Go ahead.
All right, so I swim up and swing and smack him with my tail, and then like a split second later, it's like another tail smacks him again.
Yeah, so the first
And,
blow.
like, another one phases into existence just in a slightly different area, and then he's suddenly in that area.
So this first blow, and within an instant, the creature is cracked to pieces, still holding together, and then the second blow comes in from a slightly different angle and just hits perfectly and shatters it into bits. And a rain of silt and coral pieces begin to fall to the ocean floor beneath you. However, there are still 2 more here. So it's gonna be 10.
Oh good, they're not as awful as the first one was.
And yep, so this one actually can get to the same spot as where the other one was. And I'm going to go ahead and just delete that one off here. And 10, 20, 30, 35, and 40 to there. Okay. So they both swim up to you. They cannot act just yet.
Alright.
But yeah, so that is each of the locations, right? I think no, I didn't do Raelia's yet.
Don't worry, guys. I'm No, I'm going to make sure our unarmed name doesn't go in vain.
Not even a monk.
Technically, spells are unarmed, right?
I love it.
What did you use to cast it?
My hand.
Did you have to use a focus?
I mean, I held the focus in one hand, in my energy, and then cast it with my right hand.
That's acceptable for now.
I love it. All right. So this first one, 15, 30, is going to run up to Zhang here, who is going to use his ready to action with his quarterstaff, and that is going to hit. That's going to be for 6 damage. Oh, I was like, why does this one have one less health? That's weird. I should fix that. There's nothing that did 1 damage. And it is not able to attack just yet, so...
At least control the 3 monsters.
Okay, we got there and there. Okay, and they are closing in on the distance, but they seem to be these shambling, half-formed creatures. Oops, only there. That can't really get a full sprint and move well. Okay, so that should be all of the ones threatening you guys. And I'm just going to give kind of a brief description of what else happens. Over by the ship, the ship's mage, Seychelle Inia, stands at the very edge of the bow of the ship, right at where, on top of where a figurehead might stand, but none sits upon this ship. And for those of you who were on this ship, you remember seeing her here in this position for hours on end as she guided the ship through the seas. But she takes a slightly different stance at the end of this pole here, as she faces towards the mass of creatures out in the sea. And she circles her hands, and her watery form herself begins to maybe separate from herself as her... I don't know. As her hands begin to blend into the water that she is forming in a circle in her hand, and mimicking the small amount of water that she seems to be controlling, a large amount of water there in the middle of the beach there begins following the exact same pattern. And a huge globe of water, about 60 feet wide, rises up from the ocean, holding aloft several of the creatures that had broken from the beast's body. And she reshapes things, taking just a moment, reshapes them, and lines them up. And as soon as things are lined up, boom! The cannon fires again, straight through, eliminating a dozen, perhaps more, of these creatures in one fell swoop. Meanwhile, just a split second later, another boom fires, this time not from the ship. There's a second pause, and then swoosh, as a cannonball fired from the fort, way off in the northwest of the town, fires its first cannon shot into just the center here. And I'm gonna actually roll an attack roll for that one, as it's not kind of a paired thing. And that just kind of it splashes down into the mix of all of these creatures, and just pools of silt begin to splash about. It's difficult to see exactly how effective things were, but the town is responding. The sailors aboard the Mary Marrow begin to line up those ones who are not handling their own of these reef zombies in hand-to-hand combat. They begin to take pot shots at these creatures that are beginning to swim towards the ship, just eliminating individual these reef zombies one by one. There's one wielding a brand new, shiny new rifle just pulled from storage, that has been being trained by the dwarven passenger aboard the ship, who is not yet with us, who is taking shots and missing horribly. On the docks, on the Beatus Wives dock, the two women have unsheathed their... one of them pulls out pistols, the other one pulls out a musket, and begins following the same vein, shooting into the water, not really willing to risk shooting from this distance at Zoker, who is engaged in combat, or Taylor, who's engaged in combat with one, but rather eliminating the threat of the rest of these zombies coming ashore. So there is just a cacophony of gunfire surrounding you, especially aboard the ship, and cannon fire just... the town is responding, the sailors are responding, but for now, you guys that are in combat yourselves are on your own. And unless I missed something, we are back to Tanuki. Now surrounded even more. Yes.
Where's Tanuki?
Aboard the ship.
Right.
Surrounded by 3 reef zombies at this point.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Smack my mic.
Did you get leading on the docks?
Right. Let's
He's kind of like cut off on the dock by a thing.
Yes. So Leadin of the docks, a half-orc, kind of eccentric fellow, pulls out a saber and launches a direct assault, charging forward at his reef zombie, and seems to be engaged in melee with it for the moment. No, I'm sorry, Rolex. Go ahead and continue.
I'm just gonna hit this one between me and Tom.
Okay. Hey, 15 plus 2 for flanking. That definitely hits. So that's...
Nice.
Okay. So you hit it, and go ahead and describe how you kill it for me.
I'm just gonna pull my staff up and I'm gonna swing and send him over the railing.
Okay. So you pull your staff up, you get that batter swing, and whack, and you split the top half of its body off, and the top half goes tumbling over the railing. But the bottom half still moves. The bottom half is still coming after you. It should not be alive, but something infernal, something unholy is keeping this form together. You think it will eventually break, but for now it is still, the magics that are keeping it together are still holding it together.
So it's the bottom half of like a torso,
Basically, yeah.
like just the legs.
Yep, and kind of
Okay.
the from the belly button down.
Careful, he's gonna kick you in the shins.
Okay then. Fuck.
Yes.
I'm also gonna try and deal with this problem on the other side of me. I don't know what to do about that.
Okay. All right.
That's to hit this one.
Okay. A 16 hits. That's 7 damage. And it's a solid blow. And anything
That's
else?
my turn.
Okay. So, oops. Well, we're off to Raylia. Somehow my turn order accidentally hit it twice, but that's okay. We'll just pretend that didn't happen.
Okay. So Zang,
Zong.
Zong,
Zong.
Zing. Zong. What?
Or Zang.
Zang.
Or Zen.
One of those two. Zong or Zang.
Sometimes Zang.
Nope. Zong or Zang.
Kos, or perhaps Kaz. Okay. I don't expect anybody to get that reference.
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So the one that I shot that had the 1 damage dealt to it
Mm-hmm.
is the one that's shut the fuck up, Strive.
I just love the description came back to me upwards. He literally just grabbed some ice out of your teeth and threw it.
Hey, you pegged that guy from like 80 feet away with an ice cube. That's
Yeah,
pretty impressive.
like, that's got him right in the eye too. He's very uncomfortable.
He might have a little bruise right here in the morning.
I'm gonna go ahead and yell to Zang. After we deal with this one in front of you, retreat and run back for a sec. I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and frostbolt that one again with a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
10 plus 7, so damage. Right. Underneath my food, do I have a? I gotta have a D10 here somewhere. What the hell?
So unprepared.
That is a 9.
9 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's 9 times the amount of damage you did last time.
And my curse comes into effect and does fuck all because it's not that good. But I'm gonna have so that was the one that was right in front of him. Yes.
Yes.
And then I signaled to him to run back and then get behind me, and I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 steps back to here.
Okay.
Hang on a sec. Let me just 35. Damn it! I didn't pay attention to how far they moved last time. And I've got enough movement, it won't matter. I'll take 1 more step back.
Okay.
That'll give him 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so he'll get behind me. Perfect.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
you launch your, that was a frostbolt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you launch your frostbolt. It hits the creature square in the chest. The magic fully freezes the top half of this creature, and yet it's the extremes of its appendages are still moving, and its legs still function. It should not be alive, and yet somehow it is.
This is that fucking creature from Northern Cave in FF7 that has the goddamn top half and bottom half. Fucking asshole.
No. No, it's not that.
Just hope he didn't one-shot you. Fine.
That's right. And Zhang says, "Oh, well, if it was fully dead, I think I'd be able to follow your plan, eh?" And he's gonna take his Jeez, I'm gonna throw my die.
Do it anyway! Fine, I promise!
Vincent, chill.
He's gonna take his staff, and he does hit. And oh, that is what's that? 10 damage, which is actually still not enough. Okay. He just takes his staff and he just pokes just straight through the part that you froze, and just creates this big hole in the center of it. All the frozen coral and bone and rock just break away, and it's really only connected on one side, this sliver of mesh of bone and coral, connecting its top half and its bottom half. And Zeng looks at that for a second. Oh, that's not good, eh? And he will, if I can get things to move here, go ahead and retreat back. And so that's 10, 20, 25, 30. He can get to there. But that is going to provoke an attack of opportunity, which is absolutely going to hit.
Okay. Don't die, buddy.
And that's going to be 5 damage. And he takes a raking blow as the torso kind of twists around, and the claws that can still just barely kind of wiggle, that aren't frozen, just rake across his clothes and cut into his back as he escapes.
Yikes. Oh, we'll get that patched up. You'll be good. Promise.
And that will bring us to Taylor, who's going to attempt to deal with the one near Zoker.
I gotta be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey,
And
so is
she
Lori
hits.
not an initiative?
Who?
Captain. Not an initiative?
Correct.
She's
Thank
sharing
you.
with someone.
Thank you. She is someone I forgot to describe. Thank you. She seems... she's standing perfectly still. She's got her hands on her pistols. She seems to be surveying the scene. She seems confident. She seems relatively unfazed by what's going on. And generally unconcerned with the shouts of terror of her crew.
Is Saltbreath going to fight back against the one stood next to him too?
Yes, Salt Breath will fight that one, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, just he wasn't an initiative either. That's why I was checking on them.
Yeah, those two should have gone at the initiative 0. And yeah, Salt Breath easily dispatches his. It comes running forward, and Salt Breath kicks it in the shin region, if it had a shin, once kind of collapsing it down a little bit, and then he takes his elbow on the same side and just impales the skull, and the driving force of the elbow just breaks the skull off, and the whole beast just falls apart and scatters into bits of reef and bone along the ship.
Okay.
And yeah, you get a brief glimpse of why he was a master. And now this thing. Oh my god, I'm rolling so many nat 20s for that saving throw. Taylor gets a good stab into the one that she's fighting here. But it seems to just withstand the blow. So whatever unholy things are keeping it alive seems to be doing the same thing for this one. Tholman, meanwhile, is basically just cowering. Effectively, he is taking the I totally forget what it's called. The dodge action. So he is will have disadvantage to attack him, but he is not moving. He is just petrified. And we're up to Tall.
That's Tom Order.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to continue what I was doing from last time. I'm going to use my first unarmed strike against the one between myself and Tanuki.
Okay.
Hopes that it'll finish it off. So there is my first one.
Okay.
All right, nice, good roll.
All right. So how do you want to finish off this pair of legs?
If it wasn't just a pair of legs, I could think of ideas.
Just
I guess I could just like hands together up and just sort of clobber straight down.
Okay.
There isn't that much of it to hit, so.
All right, you slam your fists together straight down into where its guts should be, and nothing but coral and rock and bone stick out. And you slam it down hard enough into the deck that you finally scatter the remaining magics holding this thing together, and it splits apart.
And then I'm going to take my move action to move next to the one attacking Tholman, because he doesn't seem like he wants to defend himself. However, if I was to move to here behind him, even though like Tholman's not doing anything, that still counts as flanking, right?
It does. Yep.
He exists. Okay, awesome. And then
You
I'll
would
use my
though.
second-
You would need. So in order to get there, you have to climb up the stairs. That level right there is at a higher elevation, right? So you could either climb up the stairs, which would require you to go through the reef zombie, or you could attempt to like leap up the railing there.
How high is the railing?
It's only about 7 feet. It wouldn't be that
Okay.
difficult.
I mean, I'm a bird, so does that kind of help? You know, I've got wings and shit.
That's built into your acrobatics. It would be an acrobatics check.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would. I don't know. As a player, I would have said I'd just jump up and avoid the potential, but I think Tom would actually just run. Like, I'm looking to kill this thing anyway, so I'm gonna run up the stairs right into its face to get
Okay.
behind it. Does this require a check of some kind to make sure I can get past? Is it gonna try and block me?
So yeah, we'll say that would also just be an acrobatics check. Just kind of a different flavor here.
That works. Alright, so I'll roll for an acrobatics to see if I can get through.
You manage it just fine.
I'm looking to go. Okay, so I'm looking to go there. And then I will perform my second my
no problem.
bonus action on armed strike against it.
Okay. All right. An 11 hits, or 13 actually, with your +2 for flanking. And that's 7 damage. You hit it solidly.
Alright.
All right.
That'll be me.
Cool. We're on to Stripes. I forgot to move the camera over to
Stripes.
the other guy.
Okay.
If I can find
Where am I?
them.
Hold on. Where's water?
Middle of ocean.
Echolocate.
I have to zoom out. Hold on. There I am. Got me. Okay.
Oh no, I zoomed out and it broke.
Oh no. I'm going to have. I'm going to say stripes attack. And he's going to attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna come over here. It's Striapas. Stripes for short. And he's gonna
Kevin's here.
attack.
There you are.
Kevin's here.
Oh,
He
okay.
just messaged in D&D saying, how do I get in?
Ah,
Oh,
Kevin's
nice.
here.
Let me get the link. Copy link. Hold on, Kevin. I got you. Oh no, I'm not signed into Discord. Did anybody sign into Discord and give him the link?
Yeah.
Because here it is if you need it.
Oh, racy
Is there a
cryptic.
particular reason you
Oh,
left
you
the
beat me.
Discord? Or?
I completely closed out of Discord just so I could save internet.
Yeah, okay.
Why were
Well,
our
it's
two
weird.
things different there?
Huh?
Our two links were different that we just shared.
I don't. No, mine has a link. Does yours have the password included? Mine doesn't. Which you should probably tell him the password, which is
We did.
Cascara
We did.
with a
Already
capital
done.
C. Okay. So I don't know why yours is different.
Why would you just reveal the password like
Yeah.
that, dude? Come on.
Now I have to change it for next time.
Yeah, that's
They don't have the
a
link,
good
so, yeah.
point.
Yay,
They do have the
Kevin!
link 'cause it's on.
Hey,
Hi, Kevin.
hi me.
Oh, dear.
I'm gonna just. This is gonna look ugly, but I'm sorry. Get past it. Just go. Just go away. Off screen. Okay.
Not even close.
Wow. You know what's funny is you typed in the password again the entire. Yep. There's the password. Butts. That is so many.
Hey, Ida Baron.
Well, all of the butts.
Butts.
One more button.
All right. Kevin, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
I will do that.
So, did you get a chance to read what I
Just a
sent you?
reminder, we are down a Rolex at the moment.
Okay. Did you get a chance to read what I sent you?
I did bits and pieces. I was at work though, so I got up until they saw this guy, and then I don't know what happened from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, summary
no.
of it was the large reef monstrous creature was blown to bits with cannon fire from the ship with a well-placed cannon
Okay.
shot. But the bits then rose up individually, taking humanoid forms. And so across the town and on the ship and even within the seas, there is a battle raging against these tiny versions of the monstrous creature that we've taken to affectionately calling reef zombies.
Oh.
So, all right, so 16 initiative. Did that add you in? It did
Kevin!
not.
Good to see your face.
Yeah. It's my face.
Is it? Oh,
It really brings down, like the bar for the rest of us. It's great.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm ugly.
Oh, rude. Don't worry, I'm getting on Discord to send you guys the Kevin solo link
Good.
The Kevin Solo link. What does that mean?
for your camera.
That's why it's
It's
not
okay,
working.
it's just-
Right. That makes sense.
Okay.
Kevin's solo thing isn't a OnlyFans.
It
I
actually
mean,
is.
I
That
don't
is
want
the
to put
name
out
of
his
it.
business like that.
Yeah, Kevin's a solo thing.
Is that the one you
and
just sent
his
there?
Solo thing. Oh wow, I'm so
Oh!
big. Welcome to my stream.
You're also doubled real quick, so give me a second. I'll have to fix that.
You're fixed on my side. It's better over here.
Wow, you gotta be rude like that.
I'm saying is I'm prepared.
Yeah, but he's not underneath the overlay, sir.
Huh? No,
Actually,
he's
no one is. I'm over top of the overlay. You're over top of the overlay. Soon as over, only Strife.
yeah. I said everyone's.
Oh no,
off the-
Strife is just off center.
That's because the overlay isn't transparent in the middle yet. Gotta
I
fix
didn't
that.
think to do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want me to do
Blame,
that?
blame Soon. It's all his
Do it
fault.
later.
So it's just that Strife and Antho actually gave a shit, and you're just like, fuck it. Just don't start it."
I'm
Love
not
it.
coming in double anymore, am I?
No,
you're good.
I don't know
Okay.
what that was about. That
You're
was crazy.
coming in triplicate now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Now.
Yes.
Unfortunately, no. There's only one of you right now. My dream is no longer real.
Oh, mine either.
It was just like one of my Japanese animes.
Wait.
Exactly like my. Yep.
Kage no bunchi, fuck the little thing, right?
All right. So,
I don't know how you pronounce
Good job.
in
So-
Japanese. Fuck off.
Thurgrin,
Good job.
Thurgrin, you are on the ship. You've spent the last turn or two shooting into the water, taking shots at some more of these reef zombies that are swimming through the water towards the ship and in all directions. You now notice that there are some members of the crew here that are actually engaged with a few of these reef zombies on the deck of the ship. And so when it comes back to your turn, you'll be able to kind of engage with those. So basically, what's happening right now is I'm not putting all of the NPCs on the map because it's just too many. I don't feel like going through the time. But all of the ones that I felt like could be impactful in how you guys would fight are on the ship or on the town.
Okay.
So that's why it kind of looks a little barren, but there is actually a cacophony of gunfire into the middle of the ocean there. You did get a chance to watch Torira with a brand new shiny musket miss every one of her shots.
Damn it!
Missed everything.
At least she's consistent. You have to say that.
Yeah, and so Stripes was attacking.
Yes.
I don't think you actually rolled it yet.
I have not. So it worked out. Strippus. It is going to bite. Attack! 16!
Okay.
Actually, technically 20 because back
So you're 20, yes. And that's not a natural 20 though, right? Okay.
No, it's not natural, no.
All right, so 4 piercing damage.
Yo, what up, Irish?
Oops. I set it to 4 instead of did -4. All right. And then Sam.
Kevin, do me a favor, say words.
Words.
Do more words.
More words.
I'm
than
turning
that.
down the wrong thing.
Turn it up.
Don't turn him down, turn him on.
Turn him off?
I said on, but
Alright,
you know.
keep saying things. Keep saying things, Kevin.
Oh, I will keep saying things. Things. Those are things that it can be said, as well as other things.
I
Like
had
this
to
thing.
manually change him through the control panel, so you guys might have to turn him up because I turned him down. If he's
That's
too
what
low
I
for you.
changed.
Didn't change things at all for me.
Okay, cool.
So, for my
that
chat, if you
should
guys are
be
hearing him
quieter.
quieter, please let me know and I'll try and adjust things.
Okay, now for Sam. Sam's gonna punch this zombie shark
Okay,
or the zombie fish,
punch it.
and I'm gonna click the right one. And 10.
10 to hit. That hits.
Nice. And the damage. 5.
Okay. I was all prepared to roll. Don't even need to.
How many fighters do we have?
We have 3 unarmed fighters. Yeah. All right.
All the weapons are mine.
Anything else?
Yeah, the stick.
Anything else for Sam?
No.
Okay. That will bring it to Zoker. Surrounded and wounded. Oh god, I zoomed out. Oh no.
Yeah.
But you missed that AC now.
I know.
Okay.
I feel like half a man with half the AC. Ooh.
I'm sure Antho's not pissed.
Pissed about?
My God, I went through a whole day of work with my shirt inside out. I'm sorry. And no one said anything.
Oh, they did. You just didn't hear him.
Okay. I am going to disengage and run back 30 feet.
Okay.
Then I'm going to yell at Emmy to keep running.
Okay. Cool. And yeah, so that would be... Do you have cunning action yet?
No.
No. Okay. That's like a second level thing, I think.
Yeah, I'll never have it.
Never. Never, ever. Never, ever, never.
Alright, so we're going to start here on that same scene. We're going to start with the one attacking Taylor, since that's actually going to get an attack here. And that is going to miss Taylor. Everyone misses Taylor.
I don't miss that bitch.
Wow.
She's a bitch, guys. You just don't know her.
Is Taylor the little girl?
No, Taylor's the over here. She's she's like a pirate.
She's the one
She on
from
the
the
ship?
she's the one from the market.
No, she's on the beach next to me.
He's on the beach next to him.
Oh.
Do you remember the one from the
Well,
market?
it keeps a knife in her blouse, so be careful taking her out.
Yeah.
Or feel
Okay.
safe doing so, because she'll keep you protected.
So the 2 reef zombies are going to run towards you, but they cannot get an attack on you as well. And now let's head down over to Aurelia.
Yeah. See if my plan works.
Let's see. I
Probably
have no
not.
idea what your
My
plan
plans
is.
Never work.
I legit do not know what your plan is, so I might thwart it, I might not. We'll see. Either way, they're going to go... Let's see. 10... Yep, none of them can actually
I'm a
reach
little
you.
worried about this one.
So that one's going
Oh, you
to
don't say.
rush to there. 20, 30, 35 to there.
Almost like I planned that.
15, 30.
All according to cake.
Oops. This one to there.
That is not what I planned. That is a terrible idea. I'm gonna die.
Mistakes have been made.
30, and 40 to there. Okay, and none of them get to attack this turn.
I don't know how I'm not gonna die. This is hard. 4 on 2 is a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. You
Can I
told.
take a perception check and see how sturdy Zam is?
I don't see his health.
Sure. Oh, you don't see his health? Alright.
I think the guys you're fighting are stronger than the guys we're fighting too. Because I do like 8 damage and they're half dead. Between the 2 of you, you did what, 18, and this guy's still got health.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
Well,
Strife knows. Alright, I have so much trouble finding you out in the middle of the ocean, Sam.
dude, same. To zoom out every time to find me.
Let's see if I can find you again.
God, where?
Did I find you?
You're north right of the boat.
Ah, found you.
Found me. Okay.
Okay. And let's see. So that one is going to roll randomly between you and Stripes. 1 to 2 will be Stripes. 3 to 4 is you, and that is 2. It's going to attack Stripes.
Yes, Kevin. I am very deep into the ocean right now.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
so that's a
I'm up
19.
north. I don't know if you see this very
Oh,
tiny
yeah,
thing.
I see it.
19 to hit
I
Stripes.
just found the Patreon link.
Huh?
Oh,
19? Yeah,
yeah, for the picture. That is 2 damage to Stripes.
Stripes.
And then the other one is going to attack you, Sam, and that's an 18 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits. How do I alter Stripes' health?
If you click
I
on
guess I
him,
could manually go into his
If-
token and then edit it that way.
Yeah.
You said you took 2 damage?
yeah.
I've got to turn that off.
What just happened?
Hold on.
I have strawberry flavored Chex Mix.
Let me get rid of that keybind.
Chex Mix? That's strawberry?
Yeah. Yeah.
You take damage.
Like yogurt?
Yeah. Okay. And the damage to me?
3 damage.
3 damage.
Assuming an 18
I think
hit you.
Sam's health is the only one we can't see. Though. I think everybody's good.
Yeah,
At
if
That'll definitely.
Strife, if you put your health in on your token, they'll be able to see your health. But I don't know what your thing is. Wait. Hold on. My chat could hear your sound effect, but I couldn't hear it.
We're just
Hold
better,
on.
bro.
Hold on. Where is it?
I could hear it.
Or maybe what did one of you guys imitate it?
No.
So,
I sort of ish, yeah.
so
I
you
heard
didn't,
the oof, so.
you didn't hear this.
Oh, I did. Okay. I just didn't notice it the
Right,
first time.
stop it!
Oh, Stripe got in trouble. That's an oof.
All right, pulling us back to the ship now. Oh my god, this is such a pain to scroll. And especially when I try and zoom in. So we've got 2 on Tanuki and 1 between Thulman and Sam. 1 between Thulman and Sam. Had a target it was going after. It just got hit. So I'm going to roll randomly. 1 to 2 on Thulman, 3 to 4 on Tom. And that is a 1. That's on Thulman. So that is a disadvantage. And that turns the natural 19 into a natural 2. So it does miss, thanks to Thulman's cowering. Now there's 2 on Tanuki. 1 is going to
Bitch.
swipe out at him, and that is a natural 1. So that completely whiffs. And ends up
Just misses.
it just misses. Yeah, okay. That ends up falling prone. The other one gets a 2. All right, sure.
Barely.
Thanks, you're no ghost.
Suck.
And yeah, you guys seem to be completely safe right now. As for some of the NPCs, Saltbreath goes back to commanding a bunch of the sailors, and those who are shooting out into the ocean. You hear the second cannon shot from the fort, although it seems that Rogere, the gunner aboard the Mary Marrow, needs a little bit more time to load his cannon. Seychelles, the ship's mage, standing on the bow of the ship there, takes, abandons her globe of water that she had formed and held things in place. Abandons that, the water collapses down, the broken bits of the reef zombies that she had before just scatter into the ocean, and she begins pulling up spikes of water from beneath her and freezing them, and then throwing them one by one into these zombies into the water.
Dude, this chick is awesome.
She's like a way better version of Mac.
Right?
Her shit water's just like a blitzball arena.
The sailors continue shooting, and the Beta sisters continue shooting from their end, and Letus of the Docks handles his zombie and kicks the corpse of it into the water, and then pulls out a pistol and aims it out into the water. He's getting ready to shoot himself. And so there is continuous repeated gunfire into the ocean at this point, and just splashes and splashes. It's difficult to tell if anything is actually making it past the border of where most of the body had collapsed in. But there are still those pockets that each of you are dealing with. And we'll start off the next turn with Tanuki.
Alright, well, since this fucker doesn't know how to hit, I'm gonna pay back the favor.
Okay.
With advantage, because he's prone.
Yes.
Thank God I did. That was a natural one on one of those.
Well, that was the advantage roll.
Yeah,
You
it
had
was.
18 either way, so you're good.
Yeah, 18 hits.
So, bring the stick down on his ass. It is the one that had already taken damage, right? That was the prone one?
Yes.
I don't know which one was prone.
And
Okay.
good God, that's the third natural 20 on those saving throws.
Can he stop saving?
Apparently the ones on the ship cannot stop saving. I think 2 of those natural 20s have been against you. Maybe all 3. I forget.
They don't stop saving and they don't stop saving and they don't stop.
So you hit
Don't
it
hit the
solidly. You knock pieces of it away, but its body continues holding together.
Alright, I'm bringing that stick back down on this bitch since he's still laying down.
Okay. All right.
21.
That hits. And okay. How do you want to finish this guy off?
Nice.
I guess kind of like an old lady hitting a snake with a broom. I'm just gonna whack him once and I'm gonna come back and whack his ass again.
Just whack, 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 whack.
Exactly.
You just repeatedly break off more and more bits until eventually whatever was holding its form together can't do so any longer, and the whole form just collapses into sand and silt and bone fragments and coral pebbles. And all right, there's now only one next to you.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So now we're gonna go all the way down to Raylia.
So can I do a perception check to see how the fuck these things are holding together? If there's any trick to it, if there's like a certain like spot, if I could recall how like the effects of like the attacks that hit them before, what
Sure.
seemed to work, what seemed to not work, if there was anything about them that was, I can get any clue. So
Yeah.
how would you like me to roll that?
Roll an Arcana check.
Arcana, that is a 23.
23. Okay. You catch glimpses of this dark effervescence that seems to be within the creature's bodies. You really only see it in the one that is so drastically wounded. The others is kind of hidden within them. But you get the sense that these things are just held together with some kind of dark or unholy magic, some form of necromancy, and your wow.
Damn.
Jeez.
That guy has got to have a huge.
I was gonna say
Yes.
something pretty similar. Yeah.
I had a burrito earlier.
So really, your innate understanding of magic due to your history,
Troubled past.
your troubled past. That's right. Leads you to understand that the magic, the necromantic magic, is kind of weaving these bits and pieces and fragments into one solid corporeal thing, and there is no real strong rhyme or reason to exactly what may be the blow that severs that connection ultimately. But you do know that with repeated attempts, you will eventually be successful. You also would understand that because of the dark necromantic energies of it, radiant energy would immediately sever that bond.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to Zam. Look, thanks for the food. I am really sorry about this, and I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh,
cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, that's a fail. Nat 20. And let's
Who
roll
saved?
for Zang. Zang fails. Yeah. So it is the one directly to your left
wow.
that saves.
Why would you do that to your friend?
Because I have 8 health, and I'm surrounded by things that just did 5 damage on the one thing that hit
What?
him. I'm
What?
gonna die,
A
okay?
mage with 8 health. I mean, who isn't that nowadays, right? That's a normal thing,
Hey, at least the hits against you didn't poison you.
right?
So that's half damage on a successful save, right?
Yes.
So that one takes 4. This one takes 9. And is your curse still in effect on this one?
Yeah, it is. So it takes an additional, equal to my, what the fuck is that? Sorry, I haven't find it, because there's not a character thing for that, in Roll20, so I have to go look it up again. Because they mixed to this subclass, probably for good reason. It's not very good, but it's me,
I
so...
have a feeling.
Yeah. Equal to my charisma modifier, so that's an extra 5 damage.
Okay. So that's going to make that save very difficult. And okay. So, and that is 9 damage to Zang. Yeah, what does this look like? What happens as you finally destroy the one that you hit repeatedly and hurt the other two?
Yeah, so first off, if they don't save, they get blasted back 15 feet.
Ah, yes, okay.
I'm sorry,
15?
the one that had the curse
15?
on it gets blasted 25 feet. The others get blasted 10 feet. I'm sorry, that's wrong.
I
it's
think
50
it does
feet
say you
additional
have to
if it
actually
has the curse on it.
choose. You have to choose which curse effect applies. So you either get the extra damage from the lightning or the extra movement from the movement.
Right. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're right. So that would be
See,
the
if I hit them with anything, I have a page of things that happen to them, no matter what.
yeah, this ability is kind of you have to curse them on one turn, and then on the next turn, if you hit them, you can make the curse do something.
Yeah, it's
not
like-
the greatest.
Oh, you
On
should
one-
take True Strike as your one of your spells.
It wouldn't be enough because it would
Yeah,
take an
it's like-
extra turn, and
well,
by the
it-
time the curse would be gone.
Yeah,
It's totally
'cause-
like on one turn you have to find out the thing's name, And on the next turn, if you fail, there goes your entire subclass.
Yep.
Yep.
Is your little friend there gonna go flying into the building too?
Oh right, yeah,
No, he
he
didn't save. So he gets knocked out 10 feet.
yeah, he into the house there. And so they actually they don't move if they do save. Is that right?
No, they do not move if they do save. Let me go ahead and actually describe what's happening here because you did ask for that. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I've got a little talisman that I hold in my left hand, and I I raise my hand up high. Get the fuck away from me! And slam my hand on the ground, and yeah, lightning emanates. Sorry, is it thunder or lightning?
Lightning and the thunder.
It's called Thunder Wave, so.
Thunder, yeah, it's thunder damage. So yeah, and thunder damage spreads and flings those who don't save 10 feet back. Yeah, and then it was 9 damage.
Okay. Oh, so actually, because it's thunder damage, it's not lightning damage, so it doesn't deal the extra, but that's fine. It still killed that one, which means it does move this an extra 15 feet back.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, thank you.
Did both of those save?
They did, unfortunately. Oh, wait, no, actually, this one didn't save. What am I saying? Only one saved.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my turn.
So, this blast of energy knocks back 2 of them, rattles one of them, throws Zeng up against your house, breaking your window, and Zeng's like upper body is like halfway through it. And Zeng kind of shakes his head. Oh, I don't know what all that was about, eh? But, oh, my goodness. Oh, look at that one's gone. Okay, let's do this.
So, I'm just gonna point at him and be like, "My bad. Sorry. Come on." And then I'm gonna go ahead and take an attack of opportunity as I run the fuck.
Oh, okay. So I apologize if you weren't finished. Okay, so you're going to move away.
Sorry.
Okay.
I did say that was my turn, but yeah. Well, I'll take an attack of opportunity.
Does a 12 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay, weak brothers.
So that is 3 damage. As the one of the hands of this thing that had previously had these kind of sharp bone fragment claws that is now just blasted away by the thunder wave into this sharp bony stump, reaches out and scratches up against you as you flee.
Hey, not half my health.
And so then Zeng will run down over to here and try and get kind of a spinning blow with his staff, and hit the thing upside the jaw. He does hit, and that is 8 damage, and it is still alive. And all right, yeah, these guys are saving like crazy over down against you. Now we're going to head all the way back up here to Thurgren. If I can find... How did I lose the ship? It's so big. There it is.
Lost the boat.
Oh, okay. Might be one.
Rolex
Just
brought
say,
up a good
health bar
point.
didn't move, but then I got my connection.
Give me 20 minutes to stroll to the boat. Hold on.
Rolex brought up a good point. It's like, I wish you could just right-click on the person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Double click the turn order and it just jumps to them. That'd be real nice.
What's dumb is that you can hover over the turn order and it'll highlight the character on the map.
Yep.
But that's it, and they have to be there.
yeah, give it a refresh.
That's not very helpful on this main map.
Yeah, Kevin, give it a refresh. If that pops up, just
Yeah,
refresh
that
full 20.
just happened to me too. But alright, so we've got... luckily I've got 2 instances here, so I can... well, okay, now that one's gonna need a refresh too. That's gonna rip apart Streamlabs. Okay. Thurgon. It is your turn. Yeah, if you're refreshing, roll 20. I guess that's...
It's refreshing. I'm currently loading, rolling 1d20.
I'm going to refresh it
rolling.
as
Roll.
well.
Boat. Their boat.
Boat?
I found boat.
Where boat?
Oh, I hope not.
Oh God.
Oh, their boat.
We got a Ware
Yeah.
Tavern in the other one. I mean,
He's gonna say new character for Rolex. A wereboat.
And the enemy next to Rallier and the NPC there, it's bod change. Whenever
I may not have.
Ralliers.
I may not have
think
been able
Roll20
to
is like-
save the
Yeah.
edit because Roll20 may have died. It's a good thing we're not relying on Roll20 for voice, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thing. Roll 20 voice is horrid.
So recent they had to have just added this because I got the connection error again.
Yep.
But I
Well,
can
me too.
right click on your name and reset per person instead of resetting all now.
Oh, nice. So do I have to refresh again now?
Let's see. Let's
Let's
just go
go.
through.
I'm gonna just leave it and see what happens.
Yeah, I
Let's
just
not
got
go through.
the connection error as well.
No,
But-
there it goes. It's a little slow.
I see it. I see it. I see
Yep,
it.
it's a little slow.
Okay. Sweet. Are we in the clear? Ooh, I saw that.
Apparently, a tool you can use to have initiative take you to the token. I'm guessing it's like a browser extension or something.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay. It updated.
Someone again?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can go.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So, what I want to do is I'm going to. How many shots did I fire, by the way, into the water? Because I have 15 shots.
Just one.
Didn't you say I was shooting earlier?
Yeah, just one.
Just one? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Then with my second shot, I want to go ahead. I'm going to just take a shot at this guy. Like, look over and see Tanuki take out just basically old lady purse this guy into the ground, and then take a shot here.
Okay.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Alrighty. Oh, here I go.
Here we go.
Wow.
Here we go.
That one, please, that one.
I did not one on my roll. I got a 20, and I rolled a 1 on my damage, so I get a 4 damage.
I mean, better nat one on that than trying to hit.
Yep. Okay. 4 damage.
And then with that, I'm going to try to close the distance and have my hand axe drawn.
Okay. Perfect. So you're now flanking.
Right.
Sweet.
And that will bring us back to Taylor and Thulman. I'm going to go ahead and do Thulman since I'm scrolled in right here. Who is just going... Well, actually... yeah, he doesn't mentally break completely, and he continues cowering. Taylor, meanwhile... And if the stream version ever loads in, I'll be able to move the camera over. But for now... So Taylor gets a good hit. Where's my D6? Hello? D6. There you are. You're right in the middle. Almost max damage. That's good. And... yeah, that is just enough, actually, to actually finish this guy off. So Taylor finally gets one hand kind of around the backside of it with the blade, sinks it into where the neck should be, and then reaches around, basically hugging the thing, and pulls the blade towards her, popping the head kind of off, and the blade sinks into its center, and then the whole thing crumbles down into sand and silt. Taylor then, seeing Zoker all by himself, and having attempted to flee, shouts out, "I'm coming, Zoker! Don't worry!" 10, 25, 30. And can she... Nope. Okay. So that is as far as she can get for now. So she's still a little distance from you, Zoker, but closing that gap. Now it's Talm's turn.
Alright. So I'm going to see if I can finish off this one that's stood between me and Tholman here with my first unarmed strike.
Okay. So that hits, and unfortunately it does not actually kill it.
Okay, that's fine, because I have a second fist. And I'm going to use my potion.
1, 2, oh!
Throw my second fist straight at it.
Darn, I missed. Wait.
All right. And you did exactly to the 1 enough damage that its save is unsuccessful. So how do you finish off this one?
Nice.
Okay, for this one, what I want to try and do is... I'm going to go to punch it with my right wing fist thing that I have. But
Wing
I'm gonna
fist.
go... I'm going to deliberately sort of go past the side of its head to make it look like I've missed. So
Okay.
you might need to see the camera for this one, I guess. But I'm going to like go forward, go past it, so it's now here, and then just come back and whack it that way. So it sort of gets like a bit of relief. It's like, ah, you missed me, bang, you know.
Soon was the first thing was really awkward. Did you all reach around like slow stretch, throw around there? Come on.
Honestly, is there supposed to be more than one?
Oh goodness.
I have 2 fisting. I'm just imagining Billy Mays here. I've got 1 fist and another.
What one doesn't do, the other will do for you.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
man.
now that one has been felled. I'm
Yes.
going to move over. So I go to there, and then... Yeah, I can stand just... no, I can't. I can stand... Duff. It's annoying the diagonals costing more now.
Yeah.
I can go stand here, and that will be my turn.
All right, excellent. Stripes. It's helpful to know that it's literally like just straight right from the ship.
Strife, you muted.
Nerd.
But, okay. He's gonna bite.
Okay.
With advantage, doesn't matter. 11. Or 7 damage.
7 damage. So... Okay, that is not quite enough. Stripes rips out a bunch of coral, but the thing is still holding together. And so that brings it to Sam's turn.
Sam is gonna punch. It's gonna hit hard, maybe. Hopefully. Yeah. 18.
18. All right, that hits.
All right. Do a little punch. Let's do some damage. Yeah, 9.
Okay. And yeah, a 9 save is not enough.
Nice.
So how
So
do
he's
you
gonna-
break that one?
He's gonna come up and then do like a drop kick straight down onto it, kind of try to break him in half.
Okay. Yeah, so it's basically just your kick comes down, and where you would just break someone's back, this time you literally break his back into, and then the form disassembles into silt and muck.
Good.
All right. Anything else?
Fuck these things. No, I'm pretty sure. Like the only thing I can do, I'm like 90% sure these guys aren't affected by, so I'm good.
Got it. All right. That'll bring it to Zoker.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna disengage again
Okay.
and run 30 feet over here to get closer to Taylor.
Okay. Cool.
And that's it.
All right. So that will allow this one 10, 20 to run up to you, and it actually can get an attack. Emmy is long gone by now, by the way. She's not in that spot.
Oh, I don't. She could have still been there. The move was probably better if she was there.
That's dark, man. But this one is going to attack you, and does a 6 hit? Genuine
No.
question. Oh, I'm shocked. Okay.
Yeah.
10, 20, 25. Okay, and this one's going to just get to there. So, Zoker does not take a hit. We're going to come up to the ship now, if I can find it. The ship is so big, I don't know how I lose it. And we have one of these reef zombies left alive here on the ship. And it is going to, I guess, 1 to 2 Theragrin, 3 to 4 attack Tanuki. That's attacking Tanuki. I'm sorry, Tanuki, you are getting picked on today. Does a 16 hit Tanuki? Let me know when he
Does
actually
not.
hits. It does not. Okay.
16 doesn't hit? Jesus.
Monk shit,
Tortle.
bitch.
And Tortle, yeah.
I don't have that.
Oh.
Yep.
Well,
That's-
what normally does a
that's right,
turtle give
Homebrew.
you?
A natural defense. They have like a plus. I think it's 17 or something.
I think it just sets
Not
their
plus 17, they
defense
have a
as...
17.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
hang on.
No, it's not plus 7. It's like 16, 17 to their armor.
Nope,
And
you
then
said it's
any
plus
kind of-
17. All you, the enemies you fight now are
Plus
turtles,
17.
and good luck.
Don't you have uppers and any ideas for a new character?
Joke from you. All you have
Yeah, let me know
to
that.
save
now.
against all of my stuff. You have to roll not to get hit. I don't have to roll.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so we're heading over to Sam. Now, I never even actually moved the other
Yeah.
camera up to Tanuki.
Oh shit. Lost Sam. Sam? Damn.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell he is. I found the
Ding.
ship. Okay.
Fries are done.
That's what I was about to say. Hey, found Sam. Okay, so there is one. Can you scroll? Roll 20? What? Roll 20. Hello? Oh, God. Now you scrolled too far. Great.
More like roll that one, am I right?
And- All right. And so we now have the
Yes, Anna.
guy attacking Sam. Is not going to attack Stripes since Stripes isn't right there. That's going to be a 19 to hit Sam.
Yep. Could you fucking not?
I fucking could. That's 3 damage.
Alright.
3 piercing damage as a makeshift skull in the shape of some kind of weird fish skull just rakes down across your chest.
Alright.
And lastly, we have all the way down at Aurelia.
Don't kill, not me, them. I'm fine.
Oh, so I can kill you, but not Zhang? Okay. Good
They
to
have
know.
to dash to make it to me if I'm not mistaken, so I'm fine.
Oh, I forgot about their ranged attack that they
They
had.
teleport.
No, I would never do
Oh
that. Alright.
Four wolves just came out of
Yeah.
the trees.
on a different layer.
Alright. So we have the one attacking Zhang right here. And that's going to be a 16 to hit him. That'll hit. One that
What's his
should
monkey
be
armor?
dead.
Dang, don't die!
He only takes 2 damage. Oh god, I just completely touched my screen, and it's a touchscreen laptop, and that ruined everything.
Uh-oh.
It didn't really ruin everything. It just like went over
Deletes the world.
to my Excel that I have open. And that's 10, 25, 35, 40 to there. So one is coming after you, Raylia. The other wounded one is going after Zhang. And hits him with a what we call a dirty 20, non-natural 20. That's a 3 damage. That's 3. Zhang is taking grazing wound after grazing wound. He seems very capable of kind of dodging the most threatening part of the wound, though. And that will bring it to the rest of the NPCs. So I won't bother moving the camera back around to each one, but all of the sailors, the Betis wives, leading of the docks, are all shooting as fast as they can, rapid fire into the ocean waters to continue picking off these reef zombies that are making their way away from the large monstrosity that have been blown up. Did you have a question?
Does my camera actually look like that on your stream?
For the moment, yeah, but now it's fixed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just like, it seems to be like a connection error. It happens from time to time. Yeah. Seychelle is continuing the ice pick flings that she's shaping the seawater into these large spears of ice and flinging them into the ocean, basically harpooning these individual things. Yeah, not every one of these blows is killing these things. Most of them are having just as little luck actually killing things, but with the overwhelming amount of fire, the additional cannons just blasting into the area, there doesn't seem to be any threat of any further incursions from that area so long as that keeps up. And we are back to the ship with Tanuki. So scroll all the way over.
Yes, it's convenient.
There's somebody whacking their mouths.
That wasn't me.
That was me. I was doing it. It'd be funny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see a motherfucker that gets a +2 attacks in front of me, so I guess he's getting whacked upside the fucking head. I did not mean to click that with advantage. That's a 16 to hit.
All right, 16 to hit. That hits.
Is-
And that is 8. That's potentially enough. That is not quite enough. Yeah.
Round 2.
It got a 17 and it needed to only beat a 13 on that one.
25 to hit.
25 hits. Hey, how do you want to finish this off.
Well, I guess with him just getting shot, I'm gonna stab my staff right into the hole, and then I'm gonna bring my fist and smack him.
Okay, just fist right into the bullet hole. Is that what I just heard?
No, I stab my staff into it, and then bring my fist around while holding on to the staff still.
Oh, okay. So are you like
trying to punch the hole with the staff in it and just punch like
Or-
that, like,
so did you like
like
shove the
back
staff?
in farther?
Did you like shove the staff in and then use that leverage to move the body into your punch? Is that what I'm hearing?
He's like, come on. Over here. Can you smack me?
Yes, we can.
No. Yeah, I'm standing, I'm holding it close. So definitely use them as a like hold. Like,
Was he his real body for the rest of
First
you?
attack was the quarterstaff, which he jumped into the hole, and then his second attack is where he just launches it in the face.
Got it. Okay. Perfect.
No, he refreshed. Hold on, give him a minute.
That's
I
fine,
turned it
think
off.
I accurately.
Yeah.
described
All right.
Soon I got it right.
I get it. I like it. Yeah. Excellent. All right. And with that, the remaining reef zombies here aboard the Mary Marrow have been dispatched. So let's head down to Raylia, who still has a few to handle.
Yep. I'm but a meager spellcaster. I can only deal with one at a time.
That's not what spellcasters do, but okay.
When they're not
That's what
trying to
level one-
also blow up their friends, yes, that is what they do.
You literally blew your friend up.
You're past this point now.
Do it again. Do it again.
No. How much health? I can't see his health bar underneath that monster. I can't see his health bar, so.
He's fine.
The health bar should be on top of.
My last spell slot.
It should be on top of the monster now.
Yeah.
Alright, he's got plenty of health. Let me just go ahead and right next to him and do it again. No, I'm kidding. So I'm gonna go ahead and launch a frostbolt one more time.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, 9 plus 7. At this one, that is weaker.
Okay.
And that is a grand total of 10 damage.
10 damage. How do you kill that one?
Nice.
All right, so the frostbolt, like the energy will whirl around my hand, up my wrist and settling in the palm of my hand, and I'm gonna put a spin on it as I throw it, and it's gonna burrow into his chest.
Ooh. Okay.
And then freeze his body and then kind of burst out like a chest burster back, like out the other side.
Okay. So the energy burrows its way inside and then releases a pulse of energy, and the whole body just freezes in place. And as the energy continues its burrow and flings its way out the backside, the release of the tension there just breaks the entire body into frozen reef icicles. And it is completely gone.
Broke the zombie's body in twain.
And then Rayleigh goes, "Ha ha! You're next, bitch!" And flips off this one right here. Continues running away. I'm only gonna go, let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go right here, 25 feet.
Okay. All right. Excellent. That's going to bring it to Zhang's turn. Zhang is going to try and whack the one that's right next to him. And that barely hits with a 9.
Nice.
And that's 9 damage. Does it save? Natural 1, it does not.
Nice.
And with that, Zhang will go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 to there. Okay. And that will bring it to Thurgrin, who's back aboard the ship. You guys are safe and secure for now. So I'm gonna come back to you as you guys are, unless there's something totally crazy you want to do. No? Okay.
I can't think of anything right now.
All right. And let's see. Taylor is going to charge forward over to Zoker. And at the last minute, she passes her blade to the other hand and feints an attack with the now empty hand and then gets an underhanded blow with the offhand at the one directly in front of Zoker, to Zoker's right on the map. And hi, Kylie, you gonna step all over my keyboards and stuff? I have more keyboards out here today. So that's going to hit, and that is a sneak attack as well. But a total of 9 damage. Okay. Thulman continues cowering up aboard the ship. And so, Tom, I'm going to skip you as well, unless there's anything specifically crazy you wanted to do.
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay. And we'll come back to any kind of role play that you want to do aboard the ship and stuff like that later. All right. Stripes.
Stripes is gonna bite. You go over here, he's gonna bite.
I totally forgot.
Nom, 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 and then throw it back up because it's gross. $20. Normal, dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Actually went down here. Great.
All right, and that'll bring it to Sam.
Yeah, Sam's gonna come down and look who's in between a rock and a hard place. This is a +2, correct? Not advantage.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So this. 23.
23 to hit. That hits.
Yep.
Almost triple its AC.
7 damage.
Okay. That's cocked. Alright, that is not quite enough. This one is still holding together through some unholy business.
This motherfucking bitch. Okay.
Alright, now we're back to Zoker. These turns are not going fast enough. I have to scroll before I even finish. Like the previous
Is
one.
anything
I'll take
happening
it.
with the guy on the pier as well? There's a guy on the pier with an enemy.
That was Leadin of the Docks.
Pier,
I just
like
didn't
messages
delete.
of-
Yeah, I just didn't delete his defeated Reef Zombie. But yeah. Yeah, that was Leadin of the Docks.
Oh, you
He
fucked
he
up
is
the
now shooting into the water.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Zoker.
Alright, so I'm going to I'm going to make a dagger attack against the one next to
Ooh.
Taylor.
Okay.
With, so you take 22 to hit for a total of 7 damage.
Okay.
Very nice.
And a 6 does not make it save, I don't think. Right. So how do you destroy this one?
So the first attack comes stabbing up into its chest area. I then come down with the other hand and catch the blade and just rip it straight down through.
Okay. I like it. And so as that second hand comes down and rips that blade all the way through, the body around it just stops being held together and just turns to sand and silt as you push downward, and it just crumbles as you go. And there's now only one surrounding you, and I will roll randomly to see which one it attacks, you or Taylor. One, actually, I'm going to use, because it had attacked you last turn, I'm going to give it 1 to 5 to attack you, 6 to 8 to attack Taylor. Just slightly better odds against you. That's an 8 on Taylor. And that is a 9 to hit. That misses. Now there is one over by Sam that's still alive. It's going to be a 1 to 2 to attack Stripes, 3 to 4 to attack Sam. It's going to attack Sam. And does a 10 hit you?
Nope.
Okay. And now we have the one with more. Or actually, I guess it's down to one enemy too, huh? Scrolls so much faster on my laptop, and I kind of hate that it does that. So that's going to move 15 feet and attack Zang. That's going to hit a dirty 20. Another 2 damage towards Zang.
It's just a crab over here.
Oh, wait, the crab is still on
Just
there?
chilling. There's just a crab all on the far right.
I didn't mean to leave that crab on there.
I went over looking for Rally.
Wait, was that the crab that?
Yep. Sure was.
Nothing. Nothing happened.
Did you
ever.
almost die to a crab?
No.
No.
It's okay.
But
You
PTSD
can
happened
tell us. It's a
because of
safe
crabs.
place.
Risen nearly died to a fish at the start of the other campaign.
Fucking did.
All right. Raylia.
I forgot about that. I fucking forgot about the fish. That was before Rolex or Antho, so that's.
Yep.
Yeah, that was very early.
All right, Raylia, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I go kill the crab?
It's a little far away from you. Besides, you already ate it.
All right, Sam. We've what?
Wait,
Okay.
what's this guy's name?
It's all right,
Zang.
Sam. Zang.
Dang,
Zang?
okay.
I'm just gonna call you Bob. All right, Bob, we got this.
Oh.
Totally under control. I'm gonna go and shoot a 17 hit.
Oh, whatever floats your boat, man.
Ah, Bob's me uncle, eh?
Where are you from? Your accent is atrocious.
What did you hit?
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 hits.
That is 6 damage.
Okay. That's with a copy of Firebolt.
Copy of Firebolt.
Excellent. All right. Zang is going to try and finish off the one that you just chilled. And that'll be a definite hit. Oops, that's the wrong damage die. It's 9 damage, and yeah, that's enough.
Yay!
Oh yeah, bud.
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about, eh? That's teamwork, eh?
Fucking sliced it in two, eh?
And you were stressing over you gonna die. You didn't even get hurt.
Oh, quit talking like that, you goddamn hoser.
I got hit once. His health bar didn't show it, but he did get
No
hit.
idea. At all how that accent works.
So then we've got Taylor, who is going to attack the one near you, Zoker. And
Super
yeah,
Zoker.
that's gonna hit. Super
Right,
Zoker.
no.
Oh no.
That's great because of one of my abilities, actually.
Oh no.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I have given you this gift upon this day.
Okay. And Taylor gets a solid ripping blow, and it just doesn't seem to hit the vital points that it needed to hit. Which is going to bring us up to Stripes.
Okay. Where the fuck am I? There I am. Okay. Alright.
Note to self:
Stripe,
never
go
do
on,
this
fight.
again.
Never do
You have
what
a mouse
again?
wheel on that mouse that you're using for that.
I do, but it only goes up and down, man. I had to go left.
But if you click in the mouse wheel, you can then just drag.
That's a good point.
That's what I need to do
Sometimes.
too. Yeah.
Sometimes Rule 20 says
Yeah.
no, and you have to click it another 3 fucking times
But
before
it's
it lets
fine.
you drag.
It's for the comedic value. 10 with
We don't do
9
that here.
damage.
10 with 9 damage. From Stripes. Oy. Yeah, it saves. It's still alive.
Uh-huh.
Brings it to Sam.
And Sam's gonna hit it. No, I don't want Character Mancer. Okay, I brought the wrong wing. Okay. Whoop. And I have advantage because I didn't push to roll advantage, but I do have it.
Why do you have
And
advantage?
it doesn't matter.
Why do you have advantage?
Because I'm. Oh no, I don't have advantage. It's +2.
Yeah.
I gotta get used to that.
Okay.
So 10.
10 hits.
Okay.
8 hit, actually.
10 damage.
10 damage. And a 13 is not enough to save with that much damage. How do you destroy this one?
I'm gonna swim up to it, and then just kind of just shove my fist right through it, and then grab in with my other hand, and then just rip it apart.
I like it. I like it. So you get the first hand in, and then the second hand just claws its way in, and you just begin ripping, tearing apart this this reef zombie into silt as it just disintegrates in the middle of your claws.
Yeah.
And
At
Yeah?
this point, kind of a loss of what to do.
okay.
So he's just gonna stand there and watch what happens.
Okay.
And he waddles away to the very
So-
next day.
Wow.
Shark.
check.
Zoker.
I'm going to attempt to make an attack.
It was an attempt.
It was an attempt. Okay. Well, it is now going to, now that no one has moved, it's going to make its attack against Taylor again. And that misses her. Taylor is going to attack it and hit.
Wait, I can do this.
And that is 8 damage and
No, wait, where's...
rolled exactly what it needed to beat the DC. That brings it back to your turn, Zoker.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go again. Hey.
There you go. And an 8 with 5 damage. It needed a 10, so no. How do you destroy this last one? The very last one.
Well, after my last swing came back and I missed, I just swipe across and catch it right under its neck.
Okay. So you catch it, you slice its neck, and this mix of seawater and silt just begins pouring out, gushing out. And the thing seems to just erupt itself from the inside from this slash, and it collapses down into the sands, falling into disintegrated silt and coral pieces.
Woohoo!
About another minute passes as the rest of the sailors and the cannons and the mage aboard the ship continue pelting that area of the sea with just continuous fire. And then the onslaught of firing begins to fade. And there is a call from the ship from the Dragonborn first mate. Hold! Hold! And the firing ceases from the ship. A couple lone pot shots. And then one final from the cannon blast from the fort. And then there's silence.
Cat.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
And then there was cat.
And then there was Cat.
Is she just looking at you?
Yep. Begging for food, because she only ate 2 hours ago.
You monster, feed her.
I know. My goodness. So, is there anything in particular any of you guys would like to do?
Are we keeping in turn order?
If you've got something you really want to do, go ahead and speak out, and we can.
How many of these things are left alive in the water around the Gigantor one?
You don't see any more moving things. If there are any more left alive, they're deep enough underwater that you can't see them moving anymore. It's pretty murky in that area though, from the huge disruption, all the cannonballs, all the gunfire and everything, and the fact that when each one died, it turned into silt and things itself. It's not very clear. It'll take time for that to settle down and be able to see through these clear tropical waters again. So.
Gonna go ahead and run over to Zam and Zang, whatever the fuck his name is.
Zang.
Yes,
Yep.
Zang.
Zang.
Zang. Okay. Holy crap, that was crazy. Are you okay?
I've been a worse, Scrapsy. That was.
So sorry about the tase. I look. It
No.
was.
Honestly, it worked. Yeah, I killed one of them, and
Hey,
they
look.
seemed tough to beat to smithereens. So you didn't
Yeah,
kill me.
Look, that's not those things are not kosher. I don't like those. The fish things. It's not my cup of tea. So I kind of went a little crazy there, but I'm glad you're okay.
Me too, eh? What do you say we rest up over? Well, I suppose I'll have to get some new ricey. And he looks over at the all the food he had brought over, and it's just scattered on the ground, now like covered in that gross silt and bone mix.
It also got thunder waves.
Drew, it got blasted.
Everywhere.
There's a couple fruits just like splattered up against your house.
Yeah. Look, I can, tell you what, I'll cook if, you know, I might have a couple things inside, it's my treat, look, to pay you back, I'm so sorry.
You know what, don't worry about it. I think this is a good day for a nice meal over at the Prancing Parody.
Oh,
And you know the Prancing Parrot is the one tavern in town.
Mm-hmm.
Most days it's not really a tavern and more just a place that people pick up the shitty brewed local spirits, or distilled local spirits. And occasionally,
yeah.
after a ship has just arrived, where there's nice new ale.
I mean,
It's on me, eh? You have had a rough day.
Yeah. So, yeah, Raleigh is gonna sheepishly agree because I've never been in, so yeah, that sounds nice.
Okay. So you know of the Prancing Parrot is that building off on the very far northeast of town, with its own small little dock. And so the two of you make your way over there after, you know, packing up and cleaning up whatever things you need to clean up, patching yourselves up.
Scraping the fruit off of my front door.
Yeah. Rehinging your front door.
Just a tomato that is. Yeah. There's like the doorknob.
On your window.
The fucking doorknob, a tomato just perfectly got like skewered by the doorknobs, which is encapsulating it.
Oh, I tried to burn it. I can't.
It's just a tomato.
You just that pinch and just tomato and zombie goo.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, yeah. What about anybody else?
I'll talk to Taylor like, oh, Taylor, thank you so much for saving me. I would have been dead without you here.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure you would have escaped. I'm just glad that we could stop those things from getting into the rest of town. But, hey, don't tell anybody about what happened.
Which part?
Well, just, you know, I like to keep a bit of a reputation and, I mean, kind of jumping in and going all gung-ho on these things. It's not really good for my reputation over in the market, you know?
Yeah, but it's also not good for me because I'm so unyieldy with this knife that there's no way I could have killed them.
Well, I guess it's real lucky a couple stray bullets found their way from the ship all the way over here.
It really is. No, I need to go and make sure Amy made it back home.
All right. You give her my love for me. Tell her she's welcome in the market at my stall anytime.
All right, now I'm gonna head to matrons.
All right. You get back, and Matron and Daniel and Emmy are cowering kind of underneath the table, and they see you, and Emmy gets up and runs over to you. Is everything okay? The sound stopped, and we didn't know what happened.
Oh yeah, no, the boat and the over at the fort and what's their names? The Beta sisters. They did a good job at taking care of everything that washed up. So I think we got them all.
What were those things? Says Matron as she comes over and gives you a hug.
I don't know. They were just a bunch of sea stuff, just bones and coral and seaweed until they got shot and then they just disintegrated.
Did you shoot them? You little sucker?
Oh no! I don't have a gun. I don't have a gun. Matron, you know I would never have a gun.
Amy told me all these stories about how you were fighting with them. My poor little heart, it got so scared. I did not know what would happen to you.
No. I had to make sure that I was in between them and Emmy so she could run from them. And then as soon as Emmy got behind the houses, I ran too.
You must promise never to do something like that to me again.
Of course, Matron. I wouldn't dream of it.
Scared to death. My heart almost gave out. Oh.
I like her.
And Matron serves up the dinner that she had planned earlier, that she had sent you to go fetch Emmy for at the beginning of this crazy hectic day. And yeah, anybody else?
Describe taste.
It tastes yummy. Insert George R. R. Martin description here.
Mine's gonna be short. I'm going to consider this a new threat, and that means I gotta go. I gotta go alert my reef and everyone, and just like the important people, all the soldiers and everything, that this could be a new threat that we need to be worried about.
Okay.
1.0 or 2.0?
You took a moment to ponder, what was happening there, before you came to this conclusion and decided to turn back. And those up on the Mary Marrow see Seychelle dive into the water from her perch atop that bow. It's a clean dive. She lands smoothly into the water and just more or less completely vanishes from view. And you hear from the distance that faint splash, Sam, and you turn to look and see the vaguely humanoid but difficult to discern shape of a woman made mostly of water moving through the water.
I'm gonna stance up.
Okay.
Ready to throw these hands.
She swims over, and she seems to be circling. She swims faster than you do, though not by a lot. It swims effortlessly with ease, kind of around the silty parts of things. And as she kind of begins cresting that circle, getting closest around to you, she kind of looks over towards your direction and gives a Rowie hand symbol that means friend, and she gives another one that says information seeking.
Gonna eye her a little bit and no reply. With like it's like okay.
She gives kind of the beckoning motion.
All right, I'll move forward.
Okay.
Just slowly, just still like hands down, but still ready to just come up if need be.
She gives a couple more symbols, and you get the sense that she's not perfectly fluent with these. She's taking a moment to think. She's not super familiar with these, and it's coming out choppy and in individual words that there's less connectors than you would use typically.
I'm gonna just kind of roll my eyes a little bit and just say go up. And
Okay.
just start swimming up
Okay.
to the surface.
She breaches the surface. And those
What are
from
you
the
saying?
ship, I'd like all of you PCs to make a perception check for me.
Oh,
Oh! Oh! What?
damn.
2 nat 20s on that? Okay, well,
Holy
Theragon
shit.
and Talm, between the two of you, if you guys want, you can immediately alert Tanuki to this as well. With 2 nat 20s, you guys are so hyper aware of what's happening, it's easy to alert your other sailor
Eyes of a
next
hawk.
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you see is at first, if since she's faster than me, she'd probably surface first, and then right after you just see this shark head just kind of come out of the water, and then followed by like shoulders. It's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
at the moment, that's all you see.
I wouldn't know how to describe this in my tongue at all. just point and be like, fish.
Yeah, so you see Seychelles' head emerge, and then the shark head emerge, and both of them just about shoulder depth right now, kind of holding pretty steadily in the waves, the both of them. And they seem to be conversing. You're far too far to hear what they're saying, but they appear to be talking back and forth. And Seychelles says to Sam, I wish to learn what it is that caused this thing. Something dire must be approaching if that monstrosity would arise like this. You seemed to have knowledge of their whereabouts. I saw you following us, but you weren't following us, were you?
No, I was following the smell. I could smell extreme decay, unnatural death.
I smell a smelly smell that I haven't smelled since.
Yes,
Smell.
that's what I thought.
It was more than natural decay.
It means it traveled further through the reefs before it got here.
There was one further back that I encountered, but it was only one,
One of the smaller folk.
and it was as
One of the smaller folk.
the dead fish people thing.
Yes.
It was about the same size. It
Right.
didn't seem any smaller. It was just alone. It was eating a manta ray.
Will you help me search for some clue within its remains?
Sure.
I could use one with your sense of smell.
I'm off duty, so yeah, I mean, I got time.
You have my thanks. And she resubmerges and swims down into the silt, which is slowly beginning to settle, but it'll be hours before it's clear.
I'll keep Stripes with me, and we'll just go there, I guess.
Okay.
Sam, the shark cop.
Make an investigation check with advantage for me.
Oh, I'm very good at investigation checks.
Are you a
I am just
No.
the best. with
I don't believe you.
You are very wise not to believe me. 12.
12. Okay.
-1.
It takes you the better part of half an hour to separate the different scents, and you're beginning to get the thoughts of like maybe you don't need to be here anymore for this, as this strange woman continues asking for your help searching around in this area and is communicating poorly with you through sign language. When you swim over a patch of sand, and the scent is far more pungent for just a moment, you turn back around. You turn back around, and you clear away some of the sand and the silt, and you find the source of this smell, and it is a skull. But it is not a marine skull. It is...
Remember, if you puke underwater, it goes.
Yeah, but then you can just swim away.
I mean, he's been pooping the whole time.
He's been pooping the whole time.
Yeah, he's got years worth of pooping in the water.
I'll say something in Rao, just so it makes the sound to try to get her attention.
Okay. Her head snaps
know that
up.
does
She
make a
seems
sound.
hyper aware. Yeah. She looks over. She comes over. She gingerly kind of takes the skull out of your hand, nods, and then swims up to the surface. Do you follow, or do you? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'll stay. I'll like follow a bit just so I can hear if she talks.
Okay.
But I won't surface.
Okay. She sits at the surface for just a moment. She kind of pokes her head back down. Signs, coming? You?
Just kind of surface. Kind of move my tail enough to slowly reach the water. Just look.
You have my utmost thanks, sir.
Just call me Sam.
Sir Sam. Thank
It's
you.
easier to know. It's easier to say in your tongue.
Sim salabim.
I see. I... Frankly, I'm not sure I would have found this without you. This... And she kind of holds the skull up for just a moment. This is the origin of this creature. I cannot say much about it now, but looking at it, I can tell you it did not originate from within your waters. It originated from land.
That makes sense.
Fucking Landies.
I wonder if there
Better than Wendy's.
mightn't be a way for me to contact you again, Shell. We have need of your services to fend off any further incursions of this type of creature.
Normally, I would say no and just leave. But seeing as how this seems like a pretty bad situation for not just my people, but also your people, I will accept this. If you do need me, I'm not sure how you could get a hold of me, but if you can figure that out.
She thinks for a moment, and she says a word that, some kind of arcane word that you can't quite grasp the syllables of. And suddenly bright colored orange and pink tropical fish swims up next to her, and she says,
He's gonna lick his lips. You know.
"If you allow my friend here
Fish are
to
friends.
follow you back to a place where I might be able to
He
get a
gets
hold
a
of
little
you,
disappointed.
then I will know of its whereabouts, and I can come contact you in that way. I assure you, if such a need arises, I will make it worth your while.
It's gonna be a little obvious that there's such a shiny fish following me when I'm going back to where I live, where not really appreciative of your kind, but you know, we'll figure something out, I guess. But I'll alert my people of this potential danger, and maybe they'll overlook this.
I appreciate you for being here and for being willing to help not just your own people, but all people. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome. You.
Yes, you may leave now.
Can eat these flips.
Thank you, peasant. You may leave.
All right.
Be gone,
So
thought.
so in the time that Sam and Seychelles were swimming around in the sea, having a gay old time, what were those of you aboard the ship doing?
I want to walk up to Tholman, just put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Let's go get you to Kosis. You could really use a hand right now."
Are we safe? And it's at that moment that you realize his trousers weren't quite as wet as they could be. And now they're getting a little
Be
wetter.
dry? Oh, okay.
It's okay, child. Come with me. Let's go speak with Kosis. You'll be fine.
Wait, did I miss something? Did somebody pissing themselves?
Yep.
The dude went straight fetal position as soon as this whole thing broke down.
Yep.
It's just the moisture in the air. It's fine.
It's the seawater. The seagulls, they peed on me.
Somebody peed my pants.
All right, so Tanuki, you take Tholman over to Psychosis. Oh, honey, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you down here, Kosa says as he pulls you in. And Tanuki, you look like you took a small little wound as well. Do you mind if I patch you up?
I did not get hit at all, my friend, but thank you.
But
I'm
you
sure
look a little.
Tholman needs all the
I
more help
suppose
than
it's
I-
just a little dirty right about here, and he kind of rubs on your forehead, some dirt off.
Just gonna push my glasses back in place. No, I'm fine. Thank you, Kosis. Make
If
sure
you
Tholman is
insist, honey.
fine.
If you insist.
I promise. Don't let me pull my accent out. I'll go back and forth with you.
All right, Thagrin and Tom.
So I'd probably just be looking for some form of clean water to wipe my feathers with, since these, an unarmed attack user has got gunk all over his feathers now. He wants to just clean off.
Okay.
Just sit in my little bird bath.
Perfect. All right, it's kind of off cleaning yourself. Okay, Thagrin. I like it.
As Tom goes like clean himself, I'm guessing like is this kind of happening while they're having that conversation in the water? Like we're still kind of watching them as they like go down underwater and then pop up again. It's just a shark head and another weird.
Yeah, they
fish
talk
person.
for a moment and then they disappear and they're gone for like over 20 minutes, so you don't know, you know.
Okay. As he goes to walk away, he's just gonna look after Tom. He's like, "Are we not gonna talk about that?"
I always have to think about what I'm gonna say now.
You're playing a race that I really want to play because it can be a lot of fun, but also a little difficult.
I didn't know that was a feature until I built my character, and they were like, "So, do you want to tell him, or?"
That's exactly what he said.
I love Kenkus, man. I so want to play one.
I'm gonna just be like,
Squawk!
Okay. And he's just gonna go off to try and find. Is Terraria on the deck anywhere?
She is, yeah. She is attempting to fix her gun. You didn't catch it, but it apparently misfired at some point.
So did somebody teach you how to use that thing, or they just give it to you?
Wow.
Y'all don't know.
"Yeah."
I have work to do, mister. She kind of sheepishly turns away.
It's a legitimate question. I'm curious. Like, do you need help or? He's just kind of like stroking his beard, like honestly confused as to how someone could be so bad with a gun. Like, it's literally you point it at something.
How do you function?
Like,
No, I think it's
he's
just
trying not to
I
be mean
keep
about it, but he's kind of.
I think it's just like I keep getting broken triggers. They pull too hard.
Yeah. That's not how they work. Listen, what I'm proposing here is I can tell you a little bit, give you some hints.
Okay. I'm listening.
All right. Okay. So, first thing is you do have your eyes open when you shoot, right?
Oh my god!
Damn it.
Holy shit!
Is this happening within earshot of me?
I mean,
It's
when
like,
I,
can I hear this? Good God.
when I aim it,
Yeah. No. When you pull the trigger too, you want to make sure you're looking at the target when you do.
well,
that,
no, but
okay?
then it's
That
gonna
allows you to.
it's
actually-
gonna.
Yeah. I understand. Just get used to it. You have to get used to it.
Won't I lose an eye?
No. What? Which end are you looking at?
This end. She points to, you know, she holds it up directly at you.
Okay, second rule: we do not point that at friends. Okay, and he's just gonna like kind
Would
of.
it
shove
even
it.
matter? Just points it right at you, like, look, if you want to hit me, aim about 15 degrees that way, okay?
Did this bird sit in a geometry class?
So, couple of tips: keep both your eyes open when you shoot. Okay, that allows you to acquire other targets after you shoot the other one too. Okay, and then also slow, steady squeeze when you pull the trigger. Okay.
So she's like pointing it in the middle of the
Not right
ship
now.
right now. Slow, steady. What?
Hold on. We'll go over target practice later. You don't have it. It's not loaded, right?
I don't think so. She like looks down the barrel, turns it upside down, the bullet falls out. Oh. I guess I do remember putting that in there now.
He's just gonna like slowly just grab the rifle and take it away from her. And he's just going, okay, we will go over this later. I will teach you how to use this.
You'll get
But
this
for
back when I feel you're ready.
Just don't do that ever again. Don't look, like, unless you know that it's empty and you're like cleaning it out or something. But still, I wouldn't look into the barrel itself. Okay.
But then okay.
We're gonna give you a training gun and just hand her a slingshot. Puts the gun in his back pocket.
Alright, so you confiscate a musket.
I do.
Yeah. And all right, I think we'll wrap it up there. As the crew of the Merry Marrow begins to lower down the rowboats and begins rowing most of the crew over to the actual pier. The Merry Marrow is too large to actually fit all the way up against this small dock.
Yeah.
So it has to anchor out there. And as we finish here, those of you aboard the Merry Marrow will catch sight of Captain Lori, the first mate Salt Breath, and Seychelles heading towards the walled district of the town, while oh my god, what's his name? I've remembered names all night until literally right now. Leadin of the docks. This sing-songy, eccentric half-orc who greeted all of you, guides most of the crew over to the Prancing Parrot for a celebration supper to share amongst the townsfolk and the crew. And I think we'll wrap it up there.
Food!
That's right. So,
Raleig's favorite thing is food.
good job, guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was a hell of a fucking introduction. I'm psyched to see what you got planned for us, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I wish we had less technical issues for the stream and the recording, but hopefully that gets fixed by next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have it situated and figured out.
Yeah.
Certainly will.
Yeah.
I might actually help you guys figure it out this time.
You guys can go ahead and level up to level 2 with your session 0 encounters and this massive encounter. Each of you feels a new spark of inspiration to keep your own selves safe in this apparently incredibly dangerous land.
Oh no! Fuck.
No? Oh no?
You have to have 13 decks to cross class.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
I-
Did you roll for health?
Yeah.
What'd you
I
get?
did. 9.
Ooh.
Oh, that,
All right.
that was you. 9 out of 10?
9 out of 10. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And I have a +5 onto that.
Damn it.
Aw.
Well, this ruins everything.
So I am at
Alright, so Tom,
I'm at 29 health. At level 2.
you can
That's insane.
Tom, you can re-roll 1s on hit point gains. You do not get to re-roll 2s though, sadly.
I was...
Action surge.
Oh shit! Well, at least I got a 5.
Oh, max roll. Nice.
There you go. Wizard, the mage is gonna have more
15
HP.
health.
Mage is gonna have more HP than the druids now. That's fantastic. They're not druids, monks. What am I saying? That's hilarious.
I have
I know
more
what you're
health
talking about.
than-
I'm looking
I
good
have more
over
health
here.
than our monk?
You might.
Oh, Suna. Suna
I
the
have
1 and the
14
2.
now.
Oh no. Hey, we're tied. We both have 14 health.
Dude, I have action.
I'm
sitting at
looking
19.
real good.
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
almost 30.
Goodness gracious.
Holy
What the fuck? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're con priority.
Yeah. It's a
Uh-huh.
shame you live in the water though, and you will never get to actually adventure with the party. That would be that's a shame.
Damn, that
Yeah,
sucks.
Oh,
Suna.
solo sessions for the entirety of the campaign.
That's right. Wouldn't that be messed up? You just do like your own half the whole time. There's always two halves of the dungeon, one underwater, one over water.
Every once in a while, it does meet up. but
Yeah,
then
there's a
it's
little
separate
there's a little pool where you can pop your head up and talk.
Every once in a while, the rest of the party is having an epic adventure. They're like up on a cliffside, overlooking the water, and they just look down there and they see a shark just like.
Just like fighting a squid.
Suna, we're
No,
a problem
honestly, to be fair, the shark would be more like,
What problem?
now. Points. Our life sucks.
Oh, we do.
Fucking landers.
Oh, you guys get key points now? Fantastic.
Yep.
All
Which
right.
is great because I can take dash action and I have my class race feature.
Yes,
I have
true.
action
I don't
surge.
I don't see that in my ability list.
I also have action.
When you level it up, it'll be
Hell
under.
yeah.
It's not.
Spider Bros.
Key points will be at the bottom.
All right. Well, thanks guys for some great session zeros and a fantastic session 1. You guys handled things like a champ. I didn't expect to have 4 different locations of things. I thought it was only going to be 3 when I originally planned things, and then things went crazy and it needed to be 4. But you guys handled it well anyway. Yeah, I can't say anything except that I'm really happy to be DMing for all of you guys. You guys are a lot of fun. I love the creativity from each and every one of you. You guys are a dream team to DM for, so I'm looking forward to it. We got at least a couple weeks of this.
Yes, and then I will be having to step up my game tremendously to match the quality that you have stepped it up to, because I am. This is gonna be a hard act to follow, because that was incredible. Yeah.
Nonsense.
This way, Cryptid. His big battle was so much more annoying than yours.
And so check Discord real quick.
Wait, you said his big battle was so much what?
More annoying. We had to stroll 3 miles to find who was where.
Wait, what thing?
Check Discord. What? What are we talking about?
Oh, me.
Good, Strife? Are you dying? Are you good?
Was it not revealed?
Not really. I mean,
We
that's
can-
that's a story behind it.
True. All right, we can wait for the. Oh, like how you got it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So, so I sent a message to all of you. Let me see if this is actually one of the pinned ones. I could just jump to the other pinned one. Okay. So I said that you guys have 3 choices for character history prior to starting the game, and I listed number 1 that your character grew up literally anywhere in the world except Cascara, and you arrive here on the ship. Number 2, your character has been living in Zira, the port town on Cascara, for between 3 months and 26 years. I did not list a number 3. My intention specifically was that the first person to mention that to me, or correct me, which was Strife, would get the hidden third option of getting to choose to play the one Ramo character that I was going to have in the campaign.
Motherfucker! I saw it and didn't say nothing. I thought you typoed, so I didn't say nothing.
Same here.
We were
I
just
was-
too nice to call you out.
Yeah.
I'm not. I was like, hey, you fucked up.
And you know what? I even when I thought of that and I put it in there, I was like, this is totally going to be Strife, isn't it?
It's always gonna be Strife. He's always the one who notices the most minute fucking, like, every little piece of minutia. It's gonna be Strife that fucking notices it. And it
You
pisses
went
me
back
off.
and fixed it too.
I did. Well, he corrected me, and so I went, oh, okay, fixed. And then I sent him a private message. So.
So now I am a shark man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the entire time, until right before the start of this campaign, I had my race set as something else. And I have officially said it when that started this. I am now a great terror.
Will you
Ramoa.
walk? Or
Yeah.
are you stuck in the water?
I walk.
I think it's
I
IP.
can't breathe, though.
Well, you can.
Convenient.
You can.
You've only
It
half
just.
adapted.
Yeah,
Process.
it's
I
difficult.
I have to
make
hold,
a fishbowl to surround your
I
head.
can
and just
hold
have
my
you-
breath for a long time.
Turn you into a fistronaut.
Depending if he rolls good con.
Yeah.
Just a big fucking bubble around his head. A big
A
fishbowl.
long ass straw that he keeps adding more straw. Gets away from the ocean.
So, what was your plan if Strife said no?
I was really hoping he wouldn't because I didn't have one.
Dude, when you said shark race, I was like, that's fucking awesome.
That was my hope. Is
How
that
do you
just
say no to that?
the I don't know, just the idea of it would be so cool. And I am pretty proud of it. I wrote the race myself, all 3 sub races of it as well. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's the best thing I've ever written for D&D. I'll share it with you guys if Strife's
I'm about to say,
okay with that.
what's
Well,
good?
I don't know. It has. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I share it with you guys. There's just a little bit of cultural information that I don't want you players to know yet. But yeah.
Is your head a shark?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
why I
chose
said
to
when I
pod-
breached
If
the
you zoom in on
water.
his token, you
So-
can
Yes.
see what it is.
Google street sharks.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he's basically a street
I
shark.
I decided
Okay,
I-
is he the great white guy, or is he the
I'm a
goofy
great
hammerhead?
terror, so yeah, great
Yeah, he's-
white would be the closest thing.
He's
Yep.
ribs.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I think what I think I specifically chose a shark type. I think I chose tiger shark, actually. have to
I think
double-check
you
on my
did say tiger shark.
backstory.
That's what I had thought.
Yeah. Yeah. So I also my pet is also a tiger shark.
Oh, so you're streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, streets.
Huh?
This is
Oh, I see.
Street
thing.
sharks, come on!
Yeah.
That's no
Hey,
one
there.
seen street
That's-
sharks.
Yeah,
That's Strife right
basic-
there.
That's basically yeah.
that's him.
Just add a tail.
Oh, he's got a tail.
Oh my.
But yeah, I was like, I was looking through classes and they're like, you know what'd be interesting? I already know Rolex and Suna are gonna be monks, but what if I'm a fighter that also just punches things? I think that'd be really cool with my subclass too.
So he did this
So that's what I
intentionally.
did. I'm a shark. I'm a shark that punches things, and I have a pet shark that bites things.
Yeah.
Okay,
God
so
damn it.
I didn't know that there was a stat requirement. To
Yeah, I heard you
Classing?
mention that earlier. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about moving some of your stats or something.
That's also why Uprisen, when you asked land or ship, and I said land, and like, oh, so we knew each other. Not really.
Well, technically, you're not from land, so you lied
Yeah.
to me.
But not
It's
from
the
ship
clo-
either.
Not from boat either. Land is the closest. Like, you get.
More,
gave me two
more
options,
boat
right?
than more boat than land. But
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the recording and the stream here for this. So yeah, thanks guys. I'm gonna go transition. I'm gonna put on an intermission on the stream. I'm gonna go get a quick bite of food, and I'll be back to play some Final Fantasy VII. But you guys, thank you so much. Had a blast. And
Yeah.
I thought you finished FF7.
Absolutely.
No.
He's near. He's
No.
very near.
I'm
He's doing the weapons
hoping
tonight.
to defeat Emerald and Ruby Weapon tonight. Yeah. So
Yep.
we'll see. Anyways,
Yeah, if you
Optimistic,
just-
huh?
All you have to do is keep spamming Knights of the Round like a fucking.
if I can live long enough to do it, that's gonna be the trick.
You
But
really
anyway,
should stop spamming it.
Just-
You're gonna kill
Hey.
the game for yourself.
Eight counterattack.
Alright.
Nah, he'll be fine.
Shut up, Cryptid. Shut up. Don't. Just shut up.
we'll
He'll
see
be
you guys.
fine.
We'll see you guys
There's
next week.
no bad things that could happen from it.
Bonus
See
nachos.
ya.
See you next week.